Welcome to the most horsepowerful podcast on the internet, the Xbox Drive. Before we get this show on the road, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and ring that bell on YouTube, and leave a 5-star rating or review on your podcatcher of choice. If you want to continue the conversation after the show, make sure you join the Carpool Gaming Discord. For exclusive content and all the Carpool shows in one simple feed, head over to patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Finally, head over to carpoolgaming.com for all of your merch needs. Now, with all that out of the way, you better buckle up, Buttercup, because it's time for the Xbox Drive.
Greater than X. Hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri. I'm glad you're here because you're listening to the most horsepower podcast on the internet. It's the Xbox Drive. I'm on a Skype call with my good friend Mitch, Fee, and Mauza. Mitch, how the hell are you doing, buddy? Great to hear from you. Mitch ain't here. Fee, how are you? Were you doing the intro at the start there too? We're off to a great start today there, Fee.
I'm doing
Did I cut
great.
you off?
I know, you didn't cut me off. I was excited to hear your opening. Also, rest in peace, Skype.
Rest in peace, Mitch.
Yes, both.
Jesus.
Just for this week.
Just for this
He's
week.
gonna
all right.
rest. He's resting.
All right.
He's resting.
Yes,
in peace.
rest peacefully, my friend.
Rest peacefully. Yes. Yeah. Thanks for telling me all that stuff, Mitch. Appreciate you, man. Bauza is the other voice on the podcast. How you doing there, Bauza?
I'm doing all right. How about you, Sean?
I'm good. Everything is perfect. I haven't screwed up a single time today. All I want to do, honestly, is play Expedition 33. So if we could hurry up and wrap this up so I could
it's over.
Get to the game. All right, cool. We'll thank our ultimate producers, Jonathan Brown. I'm in a weird mood. I forgot my beer in the fridge, though. I might, while you guys are talking about something I don't care about, maybe I'll go get a beer later. We'll see. We'll see if we talk about GTA this week.
Exactly.
Maybe.
We're going to, because I have to.
Sounds good. Beer time for me.
Yeah, there you go. The time where we're talking about the thumbnail. I know we don't do that often, guys, but I feel like we.
Yeah, we're just straight up clickbaiting people.
Let's
We
go
did.
out on a limb here this week and actually talk about the stuff in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
That sounds
This
all
is
right.
the week. This is the week. Exactly.
Well, we are recording here live at youtube.com/carpoolgaming and twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live. We've got a live studio audience who is laughing and giggling and oohing and awing along here. So here we are, episode 386. I'm happy to be here. So why don't we go ahead, start this week's episode off like we do each and every week with our geek outs. Who wants to go first? Who wants to, Bowsy, you want to go first? Fee, you want to go first? Nobody cares? Fee, go ahead. Tell me what you're geeking out about there, you big dork. You got just me this week, you guys. You don't even have Mitch this week. Like, this should be fine. You should be able to handle this. But maybe not. I don't know.
God. Well, okay. Here's the dealio. I was gonna talk about something different this week, but I want to continue the hype train of this monitor I'm currently looking at right now.
Okay.
Because last night I was in Discord with some friends, Cough Cough, Sean, Seth, Donnie, Ryan, and all of a sudden you were playing a specific game, which we'll talk about later on. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go play it myself. And boy, howdy, was I just like flabbergasted by how stunning the game was. And I was just like, you know what? Wouldn't have been able to experience the way that I did without this new monitor. So I was going to talk about something different. I don't even know what I was going to talk about. I was like, earlier on this week, which seemed like a month, guys. I was just like, okay, you know, I have something new, but you know what? No, my monitor's great and I'm happy with it. And I'm just like, I'm one of those people that typically like freaks out about larger purchases, but you know what? I'm happy that I'm still really excited about this.
I really want us to like fast forward beyond the point where you can return it. Like, you're going to be stuck with this thing. You know what I mean? Like, then it's really yours. Like, because now, like, you can still wake up tomorrow morning and be like, I mean, maybe I'll just take it back. And you could. You probably could. You got it from Costco?
I did get it from
like
Costco.
2 years away. You could probably
That's like
take it. Yeah.
Exactly. People return the most random nonsense. Like, I'm in two, not one, but two, like, Costco Facebook groups, and the amount of stuff that I constantly see, people are like, I bought this 6 months ago and I didn't really like it and I ate half of it. Can I take it back? And then someone's just like, yeah, you can just take it without a receipt. they'll use your card. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like there's an opportunity with this monitor, but I don't know. Maybe if something goes wrong, which I'm knock on wood not hoping for. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see myself switching it up, Sean. The resolution's too good. The 16:9, like 16:9. I don't know. Like I'm trying my best.
You are trying your best. It's cute. I like that quite a lot.
I am
Yeah.
because it's a larger monitor, but it's not an ultra
that's
wide.
16:9. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a normal size.
Yeah. I'm just a really good monitor. I'm happy with it, and so that's what I'm sticking with.
Good geek out.
Thank you, Sean. It's not tires, so I'm feeling good about myself.
Anything is better than I don't know how that happened. And that's now part of deep carpool gaming lore. Is Fee geeking out about tires for some reason. Oh man. Bowser, what about you? You geeking out about stuff over there?
How about a shout out instead of a geek out?
Oh, I love
Are we allowed to do that here?
Yeah, we're allowed to do that here. Sure.
All right. I'm gonna shout out Green Jeans, who slaved away this week, putting in some landscaping around our big porch. So we put like little dividers between the grass and the landscaping area, and laid down like the fabric and put the marble chips and put out other decorative items. I need to take a picture tomorrow when the sun is shining and put it in Discord for everyone, but it looks great. It's amazing how like what seems like a little change really changes how your house looks, you know?
Yeah.
Really spiffing up the joint, so to speak.
Very nice.
But he slaved away pretty hard doing that.
Green Jeans. Shout out to Green Jeans. Everybody in the chat, give a shout out to Green Jeans. Yeah. Good stuff.
He's good
egg.
It.
I love it. Cool.
Love to see it.
I have a weird geek out this week, you guys. It's very strange. Because it's like this never happens. We kind of alluded to this, and it's people are chatting about this in various Discords right now. I've been streaming a bunch this week, and it's been very fun. Yes. Had a good week. I was playing last night their game Expedition 33, and one of my dear friends, Donnie Reese, joined us in the voice chat. And he was watching us play. And he has declared on his podcast, PSVG, not for him. This game is not for him. He heard turn-based. He's like, I'm out. And we're chatting and he's watching, and you can kind of like hear him kind of like we're chipping away at him. He's like, oh, this game actually looks really good. And oh, this gameplay actually isn't too bad. And I think we got him, you guys. I think we got. And when Donnie says he's out, he does not change his mind. This never happened. So I'm kind of like geeking out about this. Is like ultimate influencer territory. Okay, this is like what Bowser must feel like every single week talking about games, where I get to play it the following week. So shout out to you. Yeah.
Are you nervous?
Am I nervous about him liking it?
Yeah. Are you nervous that he's going to come back in a week and be like, this is terrible?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
That's the problem with being an influencer. Like people will try it and then come back and be like, oh no, it actually was terrible. I hate it.
It's true.
Yeah, it could happen. But if he does say that, I just know that he'll be wrong. So I guess there's that.
Yeah, I guess that's fine. Yeah.
You know, that's kind of up to him. So
yeah.
I just don't understand. I feel like this is one of those, and obviously it isn't because it doesn't exist, but one of those like objectively great video games, but it's not like just anyone can go and play it. Like I want to show this to like my parents, you know, like sit them down and go like, look at this cinema, like this is cinema kind of moment. So I mean, really, it kind of blends into what I'm playing, of course. But you get somebody who's been like arms crossed, like not for me, man, and then they kind of like chip away at them. That's some pretty good stuff. Yeah. What are you shaking your head about over there? Your cat?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna say it right now. She's a little bit of a diva, and she just had her dinner brought to her, and now she's just like, you need to pick me up and take me to my food. Because she's just like, why do I need to walk over there when I have two humans who can pick me up and move me over there? Yeah. So that's why I was just shaking my head, because I removed her from my desk because she was like, there's food. And then Lucas had to pick her up because she's just like looking at him like, you know what you're supposed to be doing right now. And so that's me shaking my head moment, was me just watching that entire process go through.
Cats are wild, man. We put up with a lot of shit with those things. You know, they just walk around, they do whatever they want. They got all this attitude. They think they're so cool. You know?
They are.
They are.
I mean, I realized mid first word that I'm going to launch an anti-cat rant against two totally pro cat people over here. It's like,
It's
yeah,
not gonna fly.
maybe I'll just Homer
Wow.
Simpson back into the bushes over here.
Wow.
That probably wasn't well advised. You know, sometimes you just yammer on these here podcasts. So
Yeah.
good stuff. All right. Well, good geek outs, everybody. I wish Mitch, sent in, submitted something. But I don't know. I feel like when people miss a show, we kind of grill them a little bit. But in this moment, I'm feeling bad about it for some reason. I'm not sure
Why?
if we should. I don't know. I don't know if
For the first time ever,
don't know.
Sean feels bad about
I
giving Mitch
always
crap.
do. I always do. But it's like when he's here, he can at least fight back. Like this feels a little bit. This feels a little bit weird, especially I don't really know why he's not here. I don't really understand what's going on. So hopefully everything's fine. Here I am just making fun of him, and who knows what he's doing.
It would either be he brought in this case the geek out / show and tell, or when it shouldn't be a show and tell, he would be bringing out tech. He's just like, guess what, guys, I bought this, and then it's just like a random piece of tech, and then he sets up his camera, and then we unpackage and show an item on an audio podcast, or alternatively, he's geeking out about a new camera or a new setup.
I almost bought a new camera. I could have geeked out about that. I saw one on Marketplace, and one of those Elgato face cams. Yeah, it has it only shoots your face. It only has it doesn't have no body. Just a face cam is just for the face. It takes your face off.
What's happening here?
I don't know. I don't understand.
Mine's broken.
Pretty amazing
I think.
technology. Yeah, it's just for your face.
No, my work recently got new. That was going to be my geek out. Was I had to figure out what webcam they're using at my job now, because I went into my office this week and they had this really wild almost it's this big, and it's a camera, and then it's just it's almost looks like a bar lamp, I guess, or a lamp that would go on top, and it's huge, and it's just a huge wide lens, and so you could see me, but then you could see everyone walking behind me, and I'm like, this is wild.
And the moon.
I mean, by all means, the moon.
I can't see in the chat. It says my geek out this past Saturday. I bought a small Westinghouse TV or monitor. My Xbox was in the bedroom, and I'd have to set aside time to go there to play. I think the autocorrect there. I try to keep the cats out of there. That's right. I can't see. Keep those cats out of there.
Wow.
That was a risky one, because that's a bit of a longer comment. I couldn't read it all before I launched into just reading it word for word. Didn't know what I was getting into. So
listen, you gotta have a cat in your lap to play video games.
Absolutely not.
No,
that is no. My cat will go
preferably
attack the TV. We'll jump up at the TV and go pop, 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 pop. Yeah.
No, I will walk into my living room and I'll see that Lucas is playing a video game on the TV. Usually it's either, my goodness, ZZZ, or it's some other game that I'll probably play in 6 months and love. But it's one of those things where I'll walk in and then all of a sudden I look at the sofa and our other cat, Luke, is just curled up with him. And they both look at me like, you guys, you're interrupting us. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'm interrupting boys' time. And then I have to walk away because they're just hanging out.
Yeah.
Every time.
Don't like it. I don't like cats walking around on stuff, man. I don't like it.
You need old cats.
Stay on the ground.
And they're too lazy to get up on things.
On the desk. Your cat's already on the desk. No, not a chance. Not happening around these parts.
No
way.
She hangs out on the desk.
She
has
a
little cat bed. She's adorable. She's older. She's 13 now. 14.
It's grizzled.
Yeah, and she also has attitude. Crazy RBF. Yeah, constantly. Yeah. She will look at you like that.
Not RBF on a cat.
Always.
Always.
Absolutely. That's 100%. Their default.
Oh, man.
No, absolutely. That's Hera's entire existence. I mean, Hera was like that too. So
cat lovers in the chat here too. So you guys are. Yeah. Wait, what are you drinking there? Is that just water? Is that just water?
Wine, my friend.
Oh, I was gonna say. A bit of a wine look to it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we're Xbox
she
drinking
turned water into wine.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh no! What a topical week.
Oh man, good stuff. All right. Well, that's our geek outs for the week. Hope everybody enjoyed that segment as we move along into everybody's favorite. What you playing? What?
Are we doing what you playing, or are we going to do something else first, Sean?
Oh, maybe do we have to do the housekeeping? I don't know. I don't do this show anymore, man. Who cares? Bowser, go ahead and do the housekeeping. I don't know what I'm doing around here.
Housekeeping.
Thank you. Thank
welcome.
you.
We don't even have Mitch to hit the button. What a mess.
We got real life housekeeping.
We got drunk housekeeping lady over here. She's just going around drinking a glass of wine, maybe tidying things up. We'll see. Who knows?
Whatever.
Who knows?
All right. CPG Days 2025 was awesome sauce. If you missed it, please go back and check the videos on Twitch. We were live on Twitch Saturday and Sunday this past weekend. We streamed a whole lot. You guys showed up. The community was there for us. So thank you very much for all of your amazing support. Especially we want to thank Ron, Yaby, TechMike, Yon32, Ryan Turford, and Rybo for gifting Patreon subs.
That's crazy.
Thanks to Ron, TechMike, HVAC Sparky, Yon32, Tim Paullin, and Tony Baker for gifting Twitch subs.
That's crazy.
Thanks to Mitch Power and Tony Baker for gifting merch to Twitch chat.
That's crazy.
Also crazy.
Yes, also crazy.
But thanks to all this support and people that increased their Patreon contributions, we unlocked the mini indie van. It's now out there on the public feeds, no longer early access and restricted to Patreon. Like, you get the whole thing out there now. So make sure you go and subscribe to the mini indie van on your podcatcher of choice and leave 5-star ratings and reviews wherever you can. That really helps the show take off, especially at the very beginning. So make sure you do that.
Yeah, I'm going to double down on that, Bowser. You're being super kind about that, and I appreciate it. It's non-negotiable, y'all. Okay, get on it. All right.
Look, I did dig out my iPad and charge it up so that I could do the iTunes reviews.
I don't even use the Apple Podcast app, and you bet your bottom dollar that I did that sucker over there. Heck yes.
I should pull up my iPad and do that.
You should. That's it.
I went on Spotify
right now.
Oh, okay.
She's going to do it here live on the show
right now. While we're live,
there's people listening and watching right now. Guys, go ahead. We won't be offended. We already know you're multitasking right now anyways. Unless you're driving, maybe just like pull over for a second, then do it. But it's enormous, especially when a show just starts out. We're very fortunate. You know, we've got a wonderful community. A lot of times when you start a podcast, I think you probably remember this as well. Like, I remember when I started my first podcast, like, nobody was listening, nobody knew about it at all, and so it's really hard in those days to get it noticed. But we've got a community, man. You can be called to duty, just like that game that Mitch plays. So go ahead, rate the mini indie van. Seth was on the last episode, so it was excellent. They talked about sleeping to music. I think best indie music to fall asleep to.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
I'm gonna say this right now. I've never opened this app up in my life.
It's a mess.
So
good luck.
So just use it for a second and then go back to your regular podcast catcher.
I'm so scared. Actually,
it'll be okay. I promise.
This is an Apple Music.
Don't make it sound too hard. We want people to do it.
Guys, I just use this for drawing. Okay.
We also unlocked the GUI's podcast feed. Yes. So we record our first episode over last weekend, and that'll all be set up and coming out to you very soon. And we also have merch for that. We got merch all over the place. We got merch for the mini indie van. We got merch for the GUIs. What else? We did an episode of the weather drive, which the community has been just on the edge of their seats waiting for. There's also merch for that. Like, Fee, we didn't let her sleep for 3 weeks at least. She had to draw all this stuff up. So please buy some merch. Wear Fee's art right on your shirt or your mug or whatever. You could get a sticker and put it on your actual, like, your face mug, right?
Ooh.
You could do that too. Look at that weather drive.
This
that
weather drive shirt,
Bobby.
It's unreal. And the colors available, they're all perfect. Every single one of them.
It's so good.
It's so Fee, you just nailed it. Look at this mini indie drive. I'm actually seeing this one for the very first time, right as we speak. I need this. Look at Bobby just out the sunroof of this sort of Volkswagen, sort of carpool minivan. Holy crap. Oh, I need it. I love the pink. Oh, I love the orange too.
All of them.
All the
Literally
colors. All of them. You guys, it's so good.
I rated it. Perfect. 5 stars, everybody.
Good
Nicely job.
We appreciate that.
Thank
Very
you.
reasonable US dollars, $25 for a shirt. So
It's
very
true.
nice.
Yep.
Nicely job, Fee. And thank you everybody for supporting us. And congratulations to Fulia for launching this new awesome podcast. I really love it. So hope
Agreed.
you guys do as well.
All right. What else did we do? We unlocked. We're going to live react to a bunch of old Nintendo Directs, which we actually reacted to the first ever Nintendo Direct
Yep.
on, what was that, Sunday? We did that Sunday?
Was that Sunday?
That sounds right. Makes
I
sense.
don't know. It's kind of a blur now that you mentioned
We did it on Sunday.
really
We
is.
did it. That was the first thing we did on Sunday before we played WoW.
Okay. See? Somebody has to remember what's going on around
I
here.
can't.
So that'll be clipped out and be on the YouTube channel soon as a separate thing. We unlocked Seth not only playing, but streaming that Ghost of Tsushima that he's supposed to have been playing for like the past 2 years. I don't know what's been happening.
Kind of hope that that one goes on, that he doesn't do that one, actually. Not that we want to have like unfulfilled promises, but like just to continue the lore of just like, no, I'm not going to do that.
He used to play
you know?
like 3 hours and then not play anymore.
That'd be fine.
So he still never like finishes it, right? That'd be fine.
You know, there's a Switch 2 coming out pretty soon here. There's a 1,000 games to play right now, so he's got to squeeze that in there. That's I saw him playing some game on his channel, something about like space whales. I'm all in. I have to I have to admit, you guys, I went to his channel. I saw the thumbnail. I'm like, I need to play this game. And so I left a comment down below, I need to play this game. And then I continued to watch it. And he's like, you know, you're kind of walking around this first area and, you know, the performance is somewhat suspect here. And it's a little janky, you can tell. And I'm like, maybe I didn't even know what kind of game it was before when I commented. So him and I ended up having like a full-on conversation in the comment section. So do that with your favorite creators, guys. I like to think I brought a smile to, I mean, I was laughing. I had a great time. So feel free to go ahead and do that. We read every single comment. I get a little notification on my phone, and it's always good. Most of the time it's good.
Most of the time.
Unless we have to ban your ass.
Yep. Which we will do.
Which we'll do.
We're not above it. Yeah.
I kind of enjoy that just as much, actually. It's kind of weird. Ooh, a nice comment. I'll respond. Ooh, a nasty comment. Banned. Equal happiness.
Ban hammer. Chapow. All right, well, let's see. What else did we unlock? We have Neon Bobby merch coming soon. We got to see like a little early sketch from Fee on that one. It's in progress, so please be excited. We the Gamer Cast is returning for a limited run. I could not be more excited. Since I'm like I have a little bit of like insider information. I kind of like know who the top candidates are for being on that show, and I'm pretty excited. So
they haven't been asked. So
wow, that's why I said the candidates. They're not like locked
Let me
in.
Grab
yet,
the
so
list.
They can all just say no.
Get 3 no's straight in a row.
Yeah, exactly. No, I hate you. Goodbye.
Probably won't.
All right.
Yeah, moving on to the next one, I guess.
What?
I'll interview myself.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just bring Nolan on. We'll be fine.
Oh man, that kid. Oh my gosh, he's so funny. Yeah, that'd be good. I could bring. I mean, yeah, probably leave the family out of it.
All right.
I
guess. Okay. We're also going to be hosting a CPG award show at Extra Life. I cannot wait to see what Seth comes up with for this. I have no idea what's coming.
Me neither.
I'm just as excited as everyone in the community. Like, this is going to be crazy. Whatever it is, you know.
We're gonna 3D print some award trophy things, or what are we doing over here?
Let's do it.
Okay,
we'll figure it out.
Do it.
And then like at every $10 we raised, we like spun a wheel, and we're gonna do a review of a movie that came on the wheel. We have like 137 movie reviews to do. So
what were we thinking? With any like? Did we need all of this, you guys? I feel like we kind of got unhinged at a certain point.
Yeah.
And we could do this, and we could do.
We were pretty excited, and then it just got away from us. So,
like, what even the movies? Like, what do we do? We got a Final Destination movie, which isn't even out yet. Like, Ryan wants to do like Leprechaun 3.
We have like 37 movies to do before that. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, and Ghibli.
Oh, I'm down for that. Actually, I need like an education. Yeah.
Oh,
I think I'll skip Labyrinth. Sorry, Bowser. I'm sorry.
Absolutely not.
That look. Oh my god.
I wasn't expecting that look.
Yeah, wow.
My goodness.
Well, it was fun being part of this. I'll
Yeah.
see you all. Goodbye.
Yeah,
Bye.
whatever. You win some, you lose some.
What else did we do? We did a guessing game. We all guessed like what everyone else's favorite movies were, which was wild. Some of those favorite movies went on the wheel. We spun that, and we're going to do reviews on them. Like I
Including
mentioned before, we're going to do the weather drive. It's going on the Patreon soon. What else? We played WoW and Mario Kart. We did tournament brackets. Like we did like everything. There were wheel spins for various things. Like this was a CPG coded event, if there ever was one. So please be excited. Go back and watch the VODs. We're going to break it up as appropriate and put out special videos on YouTube and special podcasts on the audio feeds. So
yeah, we are.
So much stuff, man. That's so
it's
great.
just the beginning. Because guess
wow.
what?
What?
You know what comes in less than a month?
Switch 2?
Summer Game Fest and Switch 2.
That too.
All of it. Like, all of it. Right in a row.
I have vacation booked off, you guys. I'm not working on the 5th, the 6th, and then it's the weekend 7, 8, and then the 9th, I'm also off.
I have the 6th off.
Let's go.
I took the 6th off.
But I don't have a Switch too, so we're.
Well, that's the 5th. You don't have to worry about that. That 5th is Switch 2 day. That's all Mario Kart, and if you're not doing that, then step aside. You know what I'm saying? I'm just joking.
Now, finally, on to the normal housekeeping things. I want to thank all of our new Patreon supporters. Rebecca Ruben-Navarro at Ultimate Producer, Tony Baker, Gold Member, Super Nintendo Exclusive, Francisco Ramirez at Exclusive, Jace Exclusive, Kiku Exclusive, Sean Hennigan Exclusive, The Green Gorilla Gamer at Exclusive, and Kevin Ainsworth at Exclusive. Thanks to Smokin' Yo and Lee Navarro for upgrading to Ultimate Producer, and welcome to Angel at Platinum Producer. Thanks to Peje EP for upgrading to Platinum, and thanks to Laura for upgrading to Gold Member. Guys, things were popping off over the weekend. It was nuts.
Yeah. That explains all the stuff we're doing, all the things that we're unlocking.
That's like, it right there. There was the list.
You guys went crazy.
Let's see. We have Sean's episode of the Pants podcast is out for Patreon right now, and Amanda is up next. I'm sure she's going to talk all about that London trip she did.
London.
So I'm excited to hear about that on Sunday. And a pretty good Nintendo Drive post show happened this week. So make sure you check that out as well.
Like this isn't like I feel like I'm highly aware of all the things that we do. And when you say it out loud, Bowser, like what are we doing? We're just a little indie podcast group. We're just like content, just like boom. And I like to think it's actually pretty good. We got people playing games. We got people talking about games. We're just doing all our streams and stuff. Like we're just a little mini indie podcast van thing. Carpool.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. Can't even. There you go. It's just crazy to say it out loud. That's all. Like you kind of just go. There's so much stuff. So, but we sort of like get energized and fueled by the community. Everybody is wanting for this, so we'll give it to you.
Let's give it to them.
Yep. There you go.
Well, visit carpoolgaming.com for all of the merch. We still have Bobby's Bulb Spring Collection. We got CPG Days 2025, Mini Indie Van, GUIs, Weather Drive, like all the things. Just go spend responsibly, take care of your bills and things you need to first, but then go buy all the merch, please.
Yes. And then take a photo of yourself with that shirt on. Or the merch, or wherever you put the sticker. Like if you put it on your cell phone.
Well, depending on where you put the sticker. I'm just
saying. Whoa.
Whoa.
We might need a new channel in the Discord. Holy crap. Dang.
Spoiler tag that. I'm just saying.
Oh, please. Yeah. Charge for it.
Yeah.
Charge money.
That is all for the housekeeping.
Yeah, get out of here, drunk housekeeping lady.
Go drink your wine.
Yeah, go talk to Bye. Not bye.
Bye.
She says bye. I want to go get my drink over here. Dang.
Well, you know what, Sean? You can. Oh, sorry, Bowser.
I spent 30 minutes doing housekeeping. You had all the time in the world to go get your drink.
Listen, this is the one thing about me, and I don't know if anybody hates this or loves it, but it is what it is. This is just me. I feel like I don't want housekeeping to just be like, read me the bullets. Like, I love interacting with the housekeeping because especially this week, like there's so much stuff, as I mentioned, like it's kind of just like fun to talk about what's happening and give people the shout outs and all that kind of stuff. So I can't walk away on the housekeeping. It's like when we're saying thank you to people, you know what I'm saying? Like, no,
he could just walk away when I talk about the games that I'm playing. Bowser. That's
absolutely. Actually, I cannot wait. What are you playing? No, maybe two of them. Maybe two.
I mean,
okay, you
one
start
of them
with those
isn't even there
two,
yet.
and Sean can go get his drink.
I don't know. Do I
Fee,
need it?
what have you been playing this week?
Okay, well, guess what? I'm gonna list off one that is not on there because your girl forgot to make a change. I'm gonna talk about a specific game, a small one that I only played for maybe like 5 years, 10 years or so. No, I'm just kidding. 5 years.
Here it comes.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, we lost her. She gone.
Guys. We took an addict and put drugs right in front of her. We put her we took her right back down to that old alley and just went like, just see what happens.
Here's the dealio. Sunday last week, if you will, we decided to go play World of Warcraft, introduce Sean to like a little piece of the internet and a little MMORPG that we brought Bowser along to, and it was Ryan, Seth, Sean, Bowser, and I all went on this glorious adventure to World of Warcraft. Now, mind you, was it a veiled attempt for an excuse of Seth, Ryan, and I to get back into World of Warcraft? Yeah.
Let's introduce it to these two. That's why we're doing this. Let's let them play.
The veil was very see-through. Let me just say.
I mean, okay, maybe it was see-through, and
needed a veil guard.
Yeah, I mean, close. But we decided.
So did you have fun?
Here's the dealio, Sean. I went AFK from CPG days. I blinked, and then 10 hours went by, and I'm like, "Excuse me, what has happened?" For context, put it to a vote. We asked the hosts, if you're going to play, vote what faction you want to join. You could either be a part of the greatest group, which is the Horde, or you could choose Alliance. And Seth and I got voted out. And I know Ryan said no, it was like a democratic vote, and it was 3 against 2. I still think we got voted out. So I'm not okay with this. So we ended up playing Alliance. Seth and I went and played Draenei. Sean played Human. Bowser played Gnome. And then Ryan plays a billion characters. So there was a lot of things going on there. I mean, he has like the one that he has up to like level 80, and then he has the one that he created with us, and then he has another one as well. And I think he also made another alt, which is a lot. So
what's wrong with one? What's wrong with one character? I don't understand what's with one character.
I mean, I have 3 right now. I can't say that I mean, when I played World of Warcraft, Sean, I had 7 characters up to max level, and then I had a bunch of like other alts that I played on a regular basis.
That's so cool.
It's because it's not Final Fantasy 14 where your character can be everything.
Correct. That's what I love about Final Fantasy 14. It was kind of like something that blew my mind was I could like, do I want to play a healer? By all means, you can become a healer. Do you want to play a tank? By all means, you can do whatever you want. But with World of Warcraft, you're locked in to one like class, and then they have 3 talent trees, and then that's it. That's why I like playing Druid. Mind you, it for a period of time, at least when I was playing, Druids were like a master of none type of situation. And then there's like, of course, we have a bunch of others, which I'm not going to get into because this entire podcast can't be like hours long of me just talking about World of Warcraft. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was fun experiencing the game through people who never played the game before. Mind you, should we have taken you to Dark Fair? Probably not. That was a bad idea.
That was a bad idea.
That was a bad idea.
That was boring as shit.
Whoa!
I'm just joking.
Whoa! I Seth in the chat saying, sure it can. Seth, you and I should just have a real episode where we talk about WoW for hours. Or we could do it on Campfire. Who knows? But I really enjoyed it. I realized I had missed it a lot. I played it for context, I played it for about 5 years. And then I went essentially the only way I could, which was cold turkey. I needed to stop playing it when Mr. Pandaria came out. And then this was kind of like my introduction back, even though I did try to play, I think about 4 or 5 years ago. And then I was like, this is overwhelming. And then I didn't play again. And so we are playing classic. So we're currently in Cataclysm. But man, is it a lot of fun to play again. I do hope that we do get to a point where we can do maybe even some of the older raids, like maybe some BC, which is Burning Crusade, or Wrath of the Lich King, because those are some of my favorite memories in video games. The raids are phenomenal, especially Karazhan. There's an entire like wizard chess situation where you have to choose a character, like a chess piece, and then you have to play a chess game. It's insane. I loved it. It was a really fun time, and I hope we get to play another time. And hopefully we didn't scare you guys off by our sheer excitement of this game. But yeah,
I don't think so. I do this though, and this is a me thing. So like, don't take it as like like don't give me no faces. No, I don't want people catching strays as they're talking about it in the chat here. This is a me thing when it comes to like these types of, and really any multiplayer game. Like I'm a very slow learner. I'm a slow, my brain is in slow motion. And so like, I really just need time to like figure it out and kind of like find the fun for myself. Like, how do I like to play? Like, what can I do with this character and all that kind of stuff? And so sometimes for me, like learning it alongside people who like are running off into a fair or whatever else you guys are doing. It's like, I need to almost like onboard myself into WoW. But like from what we played, which was a couple of hours, we easily could have played for the rest of the day. And you just kind of ran off and did that anyways. But like we had Mario Kart and other things that we wanted to get to. Like, I get it. I guess this is the short version of saying this is like, I could definitely be in that world of Warcraft for a long time. And we're playing classic, right?
Yes.
Cataclysm classic. Like, I guess there's a whole other World of Warcraft I don't even really understand or know about.
Yeah, so there is some people call it like the retail version. So that's the most up-to-date variation of World of Warcraft. And I am so far behind on even knowing what the hell is happening in that game now that I'm like, classic's a good way to come back. And what was funny was when I decided to go off on my own, I actually made another troll shaman, which was originally where this name right down here, that's the name of my shaman. If you remove the X, that's the name of my shaman, Zorani. So I decided to make her, and then I randomly joined a guild because they seemed nice. And this person, like, shout out to Taco from that guild. They are like super. They asked me like my previous experience with WoW. They were like, "Oh, it's so happy! Like, I'm so happy that more people are coming back." And we had a discussion about like our previous experiences with World of Warcraft, what's bringing us back to the game, how we feel overwhelmed by the game. And yeah, super welcoming group. Do recommend that group, guild. Yeah, super supportive and friendly. I'm like, man, this is a great guild. I've had some not so great guild experiences in World of Warcraft, but that was the complete opposite. So shout out to them. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm trying not to like go full constantly playing World of Warcraft. I did try to play other things this week.
Try.
Because I tried. Mostly just because when I played World of Warcraft, I did not play anything else. I did not play video games other than World of Warcraft for half a decade. There was nothing else in my, like, I tried to play Star Wars: The Old Republic, thought it was horrendous. I tried to play a few other games. I was like, meh. So I am trying my best to avoid getting completely sucked into World of Warcraft because I want to finish up playing Expedition 33. I want to be able to play some other games that are coming. I want to play Doom. I'm gonna get sick, but I want to play Doom.
Doom's happening. Yeah, Doom's happening. It's in at 87, I think, on OpenCritic. Reviews dropped today. Like, oh my goodness gracious. I am so excited for that.
No, absolutely. I hope, and Bowser, I do hope that you get to come back. I know you played with us for a little bit, and then you took a little bit of time, and I felt so bad. I'm like, one of us should have played a gnome. Someone should have gone over. Because we kept on seeing your name, and it would just go like, dude, dead. And I'm like, oh no.
I tried my best. I died a couple times. It happened. But also, like, in my defense, that was the beginning of me getting sick. I ended up not working Tuesday and Wednesday this week because I was destroyed. So That was
You got
probably a
sick
good
from
indicator.
World of Warcraft. That's crazy.
Maybe that's it.
It
Maybe
got you
that's
sick.
allergic.
Yeah, contagious. Yeah, dang. That sucks. You shouldn't have been down in those gnome mines or wherever you were. I don't
There's
even
something
know.
down there, man. You got to be
Yep.
careful.
Yeah,
Nasty,
Them
moldy.
viruses are right
Yep.
through the computer, right
Gross.
at you.
But no, I'm happy you
Shoot.
tried it, Sean, as well. And I hope.
I
you
mean,
get
it's been on
to-
my mind. I gotta say, like, I've paid for a month subscription, so there's part of me is just like I kind of need to get more than a couple hours out of it. But at the same time, like, the more I'm truly out with it, because that's a silly thing to think of. That's a silly way to think about it. Because I got a couple hours fun, and
Sure.
what did we pay? $15-$16 or something like that. Like, that's fine.
18.
You know. Well, what I mean, I pay that much to go to a movie. Like, it's
Exactly.
it's totally fine. So,
But no, Dark Moon Veil Fair was a little bit of it was a choice. Mind you, and like we said, I only ever went there I think twice when I played WoW. Like I never really went there.
This is something I kind of like. I can't remember where we were talking about this. Like, I feel like it's an evolution in these types of games where, like, I'm here kind of like for the gameplay and the hangs, and like there's a level people reach where they just want to be in the world, and like no matter what you do, whether you're progressing your character or beating up bad guys or completing missions or jumping out of a cannon a couple of times, like it's all the same. And like for me, I'm not quite there. So. Seth is in the chat, and he's the one catching strays because I'm not here like that. I haven't reached that part of playing games just yet, and I don't know if I ever will. I don't know. I'd like to think that I will because it looks like you guys are all having fun. I want to have fun. That sounds great. But it's just I can't help how we feel when it happens. You know, it's just like it's kind of like when I was playing Dragon Age: The Veilguard. I'm like, oh, suddenly I'm not liking this any. Like I couldn't help it. Like I was as excited as it gets playing that game at the start of that stream. I'm pumped. I'm like, I can't believe we're playing a Dragon Age game. And then like hour 2 goes by, hour 3 goes by. I'm like, I just don't think I'm liking this anymore. And it was so weird to like realize that kind of like in real time. So just that's kind of how I felt about the fair. So that's all.
No, and I get it. Like, I also kind of got a little bit, like, I will admit, I got a little bit bummed playing early this week because then I started noticing like people on my friends list that have not been on that game for like over a decade, and I'm like, oh man, that's a bummer. And then I'm like, oh
they
gosh,
moved on.
They've moved on.
Yeah,
I mean, you moved on too, so.
That's true.
I did, but I'm just like, oh man, I haven't talked to this person in literally a decade.
That's crazy. I don't like thinking about that.
Yeah.
No, that's sad time.
Yeah. Welcome to what early this week I went through.
Welcome
but
to
yeah,
New York.
It was I will definitely like I hope that people start playing Classic with us, and if you do, make sure to reach out to Ryan or one of us when we're logged in. You can post in the Discord if you're in there, because we have an entire group, and just hit us up and tell us because we have an entire guild. Do I remember the server we're on? Nope. I do not. Sorry about that. I think it's like Bullock or something. I apologize in advance. If you want to go to the server and then you're like, are you guys there? Great question.
Well, we now have a Discord channel for it. Like there's a lot of activity going on here. Like the Discord has even grown over the last little bit. We got our mini indie van channel over there, and that's popping off, and World of Warcraft is popping off. Like it's all doing really good over there. So yeah, it's Mancrick says in the chat.
You know
Mancrick.
That's
close. What you said.
Yeah, close enough.
That was exactly.
That's what you said. You nailed it.
You got the beginning and the end right. It's fine.
I sure did. Close.
Good stuff. Yeah. Wow.
I tried my best, guys. Tried my best.
Did you play anything else?
I sure did. I sure did. I sure did. You know what? I'm gonna give Shaman an opportunity to grab his beer. I'm gonna talk about Infinity Nikki for a second.
I'll take it.
There you go. So guys, I've come to the conclusion that I don't know how I feel about Infinity Nikki anymore.
Oh no.
Because I found out through watching a YouTube video, because I'm like, oh, there's like last week I was kind of hyped. There was a new event. I was just like, oh, there's a new cutscene. So they kiboshed the original opening, Bowser. You remember when we went through the wardrobe? That's not actually what happens anymore. Nay. The gameplay was just like, we have to explain why there's multiplayer in the game now. So we have kiboshed the going through a wardrobe, and now you're going through this. So apparently that's the new opening. So if you decide to play this game now, that's what happens. You don't get to go through the wardrobe anymore.
there's a million ways you could have said why there's multiplayer.
They could have literally just been like, boom, this happened. Like, I don't
why did you
understand.
invalidate my entire experience? I hate it.
Exactly. Why did you Oh my goodness. And now there's like the whole die system, which I like, but at the same time, it seems very like cash grabby in a way. I don't know. I'm just, I'm kind of cooling off with Infinity Nikki, guys. I'm hoping that it comes back around, but goodness gracious, you find it like you did not need to like completely axe that entire because that was a really cute opening. Like you are at a part like your grandparents' house at a party, you go upstairs into the into the attic, you open up a wardrobe, you and Momo go through the wardrobe, and then you're in Mirrorland, and now it's like, nope, no, we have to explain it to you. I'm like, there could have been so many other cool ways to do this. Like, they didn't just kibosh that when it came to Final Fantasy 14. Now, mind you, there was an entire game before that, before they decided to destroy the game and then remake it into ARR. But it's just, it feels weird. It feels funky, and it doesn't feel good.
I didn't experience that with 14. Like, I was way late into coming into that game, so I have no idea what happened before that, but it seems too early to nuke everything in Infinity Nikki. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
No, they were gonna do multiplayer. Like, what is happening?
Also, the only the multiplayer aspect of it is cute, but it's now you get to invite your friend to join you. You can only as of right now, I've only seen you can only have one person join you, and then you get to hold hands with each other, and then you can go on a bike ride, and then you can do some quests together. And I'm like, this was not what you needed to do to completely rewrite an entire game.
That's wild.
I don't know what's going on. Don't know. I don't get it. I don't like it. There could have been they're literally all about dreams. They could have been this was a dream that you had, that you realized that it was a part of your history, and this is actually a glimpse and connection, rather than no. I love the castle seaside. I love that entire aspect. I liked being introduced to Ina. I liked all this other aspect, and I'm like, why? Because I didn't realize that was completely erased until I watched that video. So it's it's so weird. It all went downhill after Long Momo. Lachlan, I think that
I was going to say the same thing.
There was a sign, and we didn't watch. We didn't pay attention to the signs.
I'm so bummed. And I'm like,
that was pure sadness just now.
I just wanted to enjoy this game, and now it's just
it's so sad. I hate it. I don't like seeing this.
I know, but it's it's a real kind of vibe, because I didn't I was naive about it, and then all of a sudden I see this video, and then Lucas has been playing the game as well, and then I talked to Lucas, and I'm like, wait, did they just remove the entirety of the opening? He's like, yeah, that's why people are mad. And I'm like, wait, what? And then he's like, yeah, it's that and the dies. And I'm like, that they removed it? I just thought it was an introduction to everyone who got it, but he's like, nope, they redid it. So hope they fix it. I hope they figure out a way to fix this, because we're seeing a lot of weird stuff happening in the gacha world right now. Between that and then things going on with Honkai Star Rail and other voice actors being replaced, and it's a wild time in the gacha realms, guys.
I can hardly keep up myself.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Keeping it together over here. I am hoping for a resolution. I will continue to play it, but last night it crashed on me 3 times, and I'm like, nope. And I was real mad. Shout out Kay for listening to me while I ranted about it, because I'm like, what in the goose egg is happening?
The goose egg.
The goose egg.
Well, watch your mouth.
The goose egg. So that was it. That was my thought, and I'm happy that Sean was able to go get his beverage.
Oh, it's actually kind of tasty. Yeah. Ooh. It's a peach bod.
Oh, look at that. Shut the front door.
Yep. I don't know. It's just, I only wanted a couple, and so I grabbed this one.
Peach is great. Peach is
peach is tasty.
Favorite flavor. I have also been playing another game. Now, mind you, I'm a lot farther behind than all of you whippersnappers.
Are we gonna do it now? We're gonna do the XP33.
X33 EX E33.
I didn't mean to break your
Expedition
brain like that. I'm
33.
sorry. I'm
My
sorry.
brain. I'm
I
like,
just-
wait a second.
Claire Bears?
I'm like EX X
She
33.
short-circuited live on the air. Yeah,
Beep, beep,
sorry
boop,
about
boop.
that, Pete. That was
Boop,
my
boop,
fault.
boop, 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 boop.
Mhm.
No, it's fine. It's a-okay. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't say something too silly.
Yeah,
So
It's just live.
Expedition 33. Guys,
Seth
what
in
a
the chat,
game.
he nails it. He says, "What a game!
Exactly.
What a damn game!"
Who
Wait,
is
okay. So
contender?
before we go, where are you? Say that we're ahead of you. I think Bowser, you finished it. You rolled
I
credits
rolled
today.
credits this evening. Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, so yeah, it doesn't. Is
I'm
there
in
after
Act
credits?
1.
Like, can you keep going? Like,
Ooh.
is that a spoiler to say?
So after credits, your save reloads you to before the final battle.
Okay,
So then you
can
can go clean up and do whatever you want.
I will say, I'm in probably midway through, maybe I'm almost at the end of Act 2, and I think there's 3 acts. So I'm not at the very like last week when we talked about this. I was at the very beginning, and I'm just like pouring my soul out on the show, talking about how great it is. A lot of that is still the same. Like it still hits. It's still like it has its moments, and the gameplay is continuously like evolving and all these things that I really, really like. One thing I wanted to talk to you guys about though is what I want to do is play it kind of like, I guess, like a Xenoblade or like more open world. And like if I finish an area, I'm like, no worries, I'll just go back and clean up. And I don't get the sense that I can really do that. I feel like sometimes I there's almost like a point of no return that happens throughout it. And I don't know if that opens back up later or if should I even care, but I feel mostly just that I'm missing items. Yeah.
You can go back, and it gets easier to go back.
Okay.
You get some new traversal methods in the overworld, the big world map.
Right.
That would help with that. So
okay. I've got one pretty interesting traversal method.
If you go back to like the beginning areas, you're just going to stomp the crap out of all the enemies.
It sounds great. It sounds great
because
you spend
wonderful,
it yeah, because when you're doing it like, as you're progressing, a lot of times you reach a new enemy, and I'm at the place right now where I'm like, I get a new enemy and I'm getting stomped. Like these things have combos upon combos, and it's not just one move that you're trying to dodge, but you got like these combos that are kind of like slightly different from one another, and the timing can be a little bit off. So, and I'm like, earlier today, actually, I was kind of getting my butt kicked a little bit, and I still just wanted to play it. I'm like, this is how I'm like, I'm gonna get this. And even though I'm frustrated right now that I'm missing the dodge or the parry timing just a little bit, I'm like, I'll try it again. That's okay. Because it doesn't really punish you for losing too much, I would say.
Yeah, you don't get punished very much. Like, I know this has come up like, oh, is this a Souls-like? Because you get like rest at your flags and the enemies respawn and whatever's. But like, you don't lose anything when you die. You just go back to your last save. Like, everything's fine. The one thing I really do like is as you move through the areas, there are different enemies and they do have different attack patterns. You're learning new ways to counter those attacks or avoid them or whatever. And the timing is always different. The animations are always different. It just keeps changing no matter where you're at. It just keeps getting a little bit different. So you can't get too comfortable.
100%.
Like, you can get comfortable with like the normal enemies in an area, but then you're going to go to a boss fight and it's going to be different. And then
boss fights are good too.
Oh yeah, there's some. Oh my god, the music in this game.
Seriously.
Holy crap. Like, when you're in a big fight, man, that they are not playing around. There's music blasting in your ears.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought up the music because again, earlier today I got to I don't even know, like it was a battle, I'll just say that. And I messaged Seth instantly because Seth, who does the Nintendo Drive with us here, but also does stuff on his channel, and hosts a video game music podcast, Bit Harmony. So it's like when music comes up in video games, Seth is the guy. And so I messaged him like, hey, have you reached this part? And I sent him a link to the song, and he instantly replies and goes like, best song in video games this year. Like he's tracking like the soundtracks of the year. Like it was such a Seth response. And I loved that. Like, I don't send him that kind of stuff all the time, but the one time I do, he goes, that's the best song of the year. I'm like, I feel so validated because I just, it's like this sax, like this guy just like, oh, it's a great song. I think it's called Monaco. I think you can look up the soundtrack, and you probably know just by me saying that, like when this song hits. And it's like, oh snap, I haven't heard a sax like this since like Mute City on Mario Kart 8. Like, holy crap, let's go, man. This is great music in this game. Oh, great. Good stuff.
That's so good.
Fee, where are you
Yeah.
at? Bro, you're geeking out.
I am in Act 1.
Sweet.
So I only have Luna as a companion right now.
Okay.
And so I am currently traversing through that. I will admit I am playing this game in story, mostly because
That's what I did.
That was the two.
I could not the dodge. Mind you, last night, guys, I was dodging like I was just like
She's beginning to believe.
perfect. And then I'm like,
Mhm.
heck yeah, I was. And then decided to start talking to someone. It was just like smack, dab, everyone died. And I'm like, well, I shouldn't be talking while
Thought it was
I'm
Parappa the
dodging.
Rapper for a second.
I was
in the mind.
upset.
Nice.
Just trying to chill up. I was just trying to
there's other ways you can do it. You know, you can sit there and you can dodge, and you can get perfect dodge. You get some points back for that for your next moves and stuff. That's pretty good. And then, you know, like, I don't know if you had the itch at all. Like, maybe I'll just try parry here, and maybe I'll get that parry, and maybe I'll counterattack, and my character just it's so satisfying. It's so great.
I need to try.
That's just it. Just try it.
I just try it. I think I just for context, I without spoiling anything, I think I just met my first boss or mini boss. It's like, for context, and I'm not going to give any other spoilers because this is literally what they say. That's huge. They're huge. And then that was it. So that's
I put a clip of that somewhere in a Discord because it was pretty funny.
So I was just like, yeah, that is true. And so I thankfully made it out alive. But yeah, my plan is after this podcast, I'm gonna play that game more. Also, I have heard that adding some of the accessibility settings also can help with the parrying and dodging. So I think I might do that.
I don't think it does.
Oh,
it helps with the, like, it says the QTEs, but it's the attack QTEs.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it specifically calls out that it will not help you with dodging and parrying. Because I ended up not turning it on because I wasn't having an issue with the attack one so much.
Yeah.
So what I do is when I start a battle or I'm like new to an area and having a new enemy, I start out dodging because the dodge is way more forgiving. And I just don't want to die to begin with. And then once you get through a couple rounds of play, then you can like see what the attacks are and kind of like, oh, okay, I get it. And then you can start parrying and you might have a successful parry counter. Then you can really rack up some damage.
Nice.
It's funny because earlier this week I was streaming it. I'm like, this is one of the hardest games to stream I've ever played. I was staunch in that position. And then just today I played for an hour over my lunch hour. And what I was doing actually was kind of like describing to the chat, like kind of like saying out loud what the patterns were. And so just by sort of like describing it and being so like focused on that, like making that part of the stream, I started breaking it down quite a little bit more. Like there was one time I think like enemy like shoves a shield into the ground and it does like a shockwave of some sort. And then at a certain point, there's another like a follow-up attack and there's like a sound effect that happens in between. So as I started like realizing that, I would kind of explain it almost to the chat, but I would really be explaining it to myself. And so all of a sudden I'm like, this went from the hardest game to stream to like better because it makes a lot more sense to be describing out loud what's happening when you're streaming it versus alone in your basement talking to yourself going, oh, there's a sound effect and oh, there's this and that. But like it's very gratifying to memorize that kind of thing and go, okay, there's a sound cue or there's like little stutter step, they kind of do a little jig or something like that. Like it's great, man. So I hope you stick with it, Fee, because it's kind of the thing. I wasn't even here for the gameplay. I was here for the premise and the storytelling. And
the story is what kept me going because I'm not a turn-based person,
right?
But I'd say this is like the least turn-based game I've played.
100%.
That's what I was gonna say.
Like there's so much happening. Like when you attack, there's QTEs to hit the attacks. Get a stronger attack, and as soon as it's the other players, the enemy's turn, they're like hitting you, and you can dodge and parry and jump and do all this stuff. And
see,
it's wild.
I love turn-based. It is one of my favorites, whether it's like with XCOM, Baldur's Gate, like any sort of games like that. But it's just, this is where I think it's kind of getting slightly like, it's not like, I'm not deterred to play the game, but it's something that is frustrating me. Is as someone who loves turn-based, like you said, Bowza, this is the least turn-based
Oh,
game
you
I've
want
ever
just
played.
turn-based.
And
Yeah.
so I'm looking for turn-based, and I'm used to like having to think about like the mathematics of it, or thinking like, okay, am I in like shelter or anything, or is there something that I could do to like avoid something, maybe like an increase. And I will admit, when I looked at that talent tree, I'm like, everyone's learning how to heal. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a melee,
Oh,
you're
that's
learning to heal.
funny.
You're gonna heal, everyone's gonna freaking heal in my game. And I even like, I just out of sheer curiosity, I decided to go check and see, like, because I've seen some TikToks that were like, this is the best build for Lune, and I'm like, okay. And then everyone's just like, you should get the damage abilities. I'm like, nah, heals. I like heals. I like damage and heal, guys. So I think once I probably play more, and like I said, as long as I'm not having a deep conversation with someone, I'm fine.
Right.
But I'm so I'm so invested in learning more about the game that I'm like, I need to continue on. And if it's gonna get me frustrated, by all means, like that's why I put it on story, because like usually I'm like, and I say this in the nicest way possible, guys. I think sometimes story mode is for suckers. So I was just like, I'm not gonna play story mode, because everyone's always made fun of me for wanting to play games like that. And I'm like, that's what I've always heard. I'm like, no, I don't even care at this point. I want to enjoy the game. And honestly, it's still it's still difficult, and even on story mode.
I played on story and I was still losing battles.
Yeah.
I played on story mode and used build guides, and I still was having troubles at times. Like,
yeah. There was one point where I went up to a fight, and then Lune was just like, this guy seems a little difficult. And I'm like, I don't care, Lune. And then I'm like, smack him. And then we get into a fight, and then we both got like decimated. And I'm like, you know what, Lune? You were correct.
You're right.
This is
You're
not
right.
it. This was
when a game says, hey, maybe think about this, you just turn around.
There's certain parts like when you're in the overworld and you go up to like a portal and you're going to enter it, and it says like the name of the place, and it says danger.
I just saw that just earlier today. That was the first one I saw.
Like, oh no.
Maybe I'm not going to do that part. Yeah. I started the same fee. I was going to do the same thing with healing. I'm like, I got to heal everything. And just to kind of like skip to the end of the journey where I'm at right now, I have one character who there's like an ability, like there's these, what are they called? Picos or something, like these kind of abilities that you can pick and choose, which is really fascinating. I really enjoy kind of picking and choosing there, pardon the pun. One of them is, I think it's called confidence. And I take half the damage, or this character takes half the damage and cannot heal. So like I've gone from like, I want everybody to be able to heal to like, this is part of one of the builds for these characters where it's just like, she can take, there's actually, I paired up with another one where it's take damage on behalf of the other characters. And so she's almost like a bit of a tank. Like they'll attack her and she takes half the damage. You just can't heal her, but you can revive her. So it's, I don't know, there's all these different kind of like intricacies that typically I find too complex and I can't understand them. I'm like, I kind of get this.
Yeah, that was a bit overwhelming for me at the start.
At the start,
I don't know how much like I played 4.5 hours into this game and then restarted it from the beginning. Like, and it's because I didn't quite understand how many things I needed to, I don't know, optimize or like figure out for all the characters, because you have a full party of characters and you have to pick which skills do you unlock, which attributes do you level up, which Pictos do you equip, and then after you have used a Pictos on a character for so many battles, then everyone can equip it via Lumina. So what do you add there? It's just like, there's so much to manage for all of these characters. And it was overwhelming to me. So I used a build guide. I was like, okay, what should I focus on? And it said, hey, for Lune, use this weapon, unlock these skills, and, equip these Pictos and these Lumina as you can. Like, got it. And then after a while, like, it started to all click for me. I was just a little slow to it. So towards the end, I was picking my own stuff. I wasn't looking at any guides. I was just like, no, I know I want to do this type of attack. So I want these things to be available to me at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I think that's where I am going to probably lean towards when I get even further in the game. I will admit I saw one particular character that I need to have on my team, and I'm not going to say their name, and I am not going to give any hints towards it. But once I
No.
do, I will send it to both you, Bowza, and I'll post it to you, Sean, who that character is at a later point.
Okay.
But I just saw a TikTok about said character, and I got the big old chuckles, and I'm like, this is exactly the type of character I need. So I've been trying to avoid spoilers, of course, because I do tend to like TikToks that I enjoy. Then it starts getting
Oh,
into
that
spoiler
sucks.
territory.
Yeah.
So I am trying my best to traverse where I can, and then be like, okay, mid-game stuff I'm not too mad about by all means. But yeah, I've thankfully avoided the big ones so far, at least from what I think. So yeah, that's also why I'm going to be playing it this weekend. But mind you, I'm only in, like, I guess I'm in part 1 out of I don't know how many parts. I think it's 3,
3x.
4. Oh, 3x. Okay. So here I'll try. Thumbs up. Thumbs up indeed.
I'm on a mission, man. I gotta beat this game because I want to find out what happens, of course, but
Yeah.
also Doom is right around the corner. Like,
True.
I'm in a weird place with it because I just said, like, I want to go explore all these areas and make sure I get all the items and stuff like that, but also I want to see what happens. Like, I'm really torn between spending another 70 hours in this world or just like beelining it to the end because, you know, I haven't completed the whole thing and I thought things were a certain way and things are not a certain way. Like, it still surprises me. And I streamed it for an hour over lunch today and I was weeping by the end of it. Even still, it's like, man, these, and I would always sounds weird to me whenever we say this, we celebrate games. We love them so much because they make us cry. It's so weird. It's such a weird thing to me. I don't know why I celebrate, but at the same time, it's like, I appreciate it quite a lot. So I'm really liking
It wouldn't be weird to say that about a movie or a book. So why?
Well, I say it. I'm strong in my opinion about that, about like TV shows, like everybody watching all these shows that make them just depressed, and it's about the most just terrible characters and everything awful is happening to these people. It's like, what are you putting yourself through this for? And then I do the exact thing with this very game. So who knows?
I'm rewatching. Exactly. I'm rewatching Criminal Minds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the thing is with this one that I'll say, I'll defend myself in that at least, like, it's so original, this story. It's so original, and the character interactions feel so authentic. Like, it's earned, I guess, is maybe the thing that, and when I see other shows, I think This Is Us is my classic example here, where it's just so trite and so cliche and lazy and just like, oh, we're gonna have these people who are trying to have a kid and then they can't have a kid and then they have the kid and it has like some terrible disease and I don't know, like, it's just, that's not good writing. That's just like, let's think of the most awful things that can happen. And so,
I mean, it's the same thing with like what Grey's Anatomy. There's
100%.
Like the whole, I don't know. This is a very cliche thing. Like 911, which is a huge one right now. Everyone is like canceling it right now because of a certain thing that just recently happened over the past few weeks. And people are like, they already go through so much and then you have to do this and you lied to us. And it's just like, oh my God. So it's just, I don't know. I think that's why, and that's a whole other topic. We could talk about that on another podcast, probably. There are certain shows that I will not watch. And I say this as someone who watches pretty much everything. I am a serial binger when it comes to video, not video games. Well, I mean, sometimes, but mostly television shows. So yeah, I don't know. I know where you're coming from, Sean. And I think in this game, it's justified to have the emotions that you're having because they are hitting such a raw piece of like I guess like humanity in certain cases.
100%.
Like the idea, like the first hour, you would not expect to feel so connected to the characters that you do. And then the big event, which by the way, it's not a spoiler because everyone knows it's happening. Like, this is legitimately the very first, they showed in the trailer. They're like, hey, people are going to die because every year the Paintress counts down and then everyone that age they get decimated. They turn into this flowery ash. And so I wasn't expecting to get as emotional as I did, but I sobbed. Like it was
Mhm.
so gut
Same.
wrenching.
Yeah.
And it was just like seeing like certain like aspects, and it wasn't even just like main, like it wasn't just Gustav and Sophie. It was like the small little characters that you just had conversations with, and you're like, oh, and also it's kind of like that kind of like creeping thought in the back of your mind, like they won't do it. Like yes, we know it's gonna happen, but like that seems a little like extreme. And then all of a sudden, bam, they're dead, they're gone. And then
Because it's just so unfair. Like the rules of the world feel so unfair. Number
Correct.
one, so that hooks me in immediately, and then it's like the choices that these characters are making on how they're going to deal with it, and I guess like the fluctuating commitment to this mission that they're all saying they're going to go on. It's like you'd like to think, yeah, well, this is the way of the world, so this is how it is. And at a certain point, like one of the characters goes like, "Screw the mission. This sucks. This is not what I signed up for. This is not what I wanted. I don't care if it just stays this way forever." It's like, yeah, that seems like a pretty normal reaction when you have like a noble intent. And then you get on the other side and you get into the battlefield. It's like, this is awful. Like, it's so real. I don't know, like for how unreal it is. It's obviously fiction, but it's like, yeah, I get it.
That's the thing. Like I talked about this when we first started playing it. I still kind of hold true to it. I think this is very reminiscent. And if you want to watch a show that makes you feel the same way that this show does, like this video game does, go watch Attack on Titan and then come back.
Oh wow!
Because Attack on Titan will make you weep. Like it will make you weep. It'll make you depressed. It is also like the human condition. It is no. The thing is, it's just like it's this idea that there is this like essentially this thing that they have no control over, which in that case, shocker, it's called Attack on Titan. It's Titans. And so it's just these like people who are just trying to survive. And they are the only people left. They live in this like essentially these behind this massive wall, and anything beyond that wall wants them dead. And then all of a sudden their world gets smaller and smaller, and then it's just like these people who like sacrifice themselves to fight these titans, and there's really no end to it. There's like people get sent out, there's 100 get sent out, and only like 12, maybe 15 come back. Like it's insane. And then you kind of see it. I mean, sure. And
not
then
everyone.
It's better than the expeditions here.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still one of my favorite animes of all time. Like even my Discord photo is of a character from that show. Like I love that show. So seeing kind of like those glimmers in this makes me even more motivated, because like I'm going to tell you right now, the story of Attack on Titan is insane. Like the entire like what's going on in that world. And so I'm so excited to get more more involved with this one, because you can tell that it's like these people wanted to do something different. They wanted to not stay in the realm and cookie cutter. And I know that there's been a huge headline this week, which was the person who created this game was bored at Ubisoft, so he made Expedition 33. And it's just like, okay, that's cool. And then he even mentioned the fact that if he tried to get this made by a AAA studio, it would have been decades before we saw this game come out.
That's crazy.
It's insane. Like it's because it's different.
It's insane, but it's not. Like I think if you've worked in like corporate worlds, you understand like the bigger a company gets, the slower everything gets. Like when you're small, you can be nimble and just do the things you need to do and just get it done. And when you just keep adding layers and layers and layers of management and red tape and all this crap, it takes forever. So yeah, it makes total sense to me.
Another issue is if they showed this to a AAA studio, this game may have been completely different, because like you said, Bowza, it would be a bunch of people who had their own opinions, who wanted certain things cut, things that they didn't think they wouldn't sell enough copies, so they wanted to cut this out. This seemed a little too obscure. And then they're like, oh, well, we've had something that worked better for us, so maybe they add their own like creations or people from other games, and then they kind of just like try to it's unfortunately what we're seeing with a lot of video games coming out. You're kind of seeing the cookie cutter like story arcs, and it's just this is why I love indies so much. This is why I love when independent studios come out and they're like, hey, this is something that we passionately worked on. And I'm not saying people who work at AAAs don't do that, but they were able to have their own voice and make their own game. 33, like there was like 30 some odd people that were like essentially junior critters.
Double that when you consider like the supplemental studios they had helping them. So, but still probably less than 100 people made this happen. and it is
Wild.
fantastic. Like I rolled credits today.
Oh,
Fabulous game. I'm
Oh man.
so happy that I gave it a shot and I played it.
Yeah.
Game Pass game of the year.
Game Pass,
Game
baby.
Because
I probably would not have done it because turn-based is not my jam. Like that's just not what I normally play. But I gave it a shot. And I'm so glad that I did.
Now we gotta get you to the next one. This is like your gateway
No.
drug. This is your on-ramp.
No. Let's say, all right, I play other turn-based thing. It's called Pokemon.
Yeah, but no.
That doesn't count.
Well, it counts, but like that wouldn't be
All
like
right,
I don't go from Expedition 33 to Pokemon. Like that's not my next stop on the journey. You know
or what's the next stop?
I don't know. I'd have to think about it for a moment.
I would say like if you want something on the realm of like story, I'd say Baldur's Gate would be a one, like because it is turn-based. I'm just saying.
It's so intense.
It's intense.
It's like 300 hours too, though.
But it's also in 3 arcs. It's in 3 story plots. I mean,
I've thought about Baldur's Gate 3 because I was thinking that like that would be a good game for Green Jeans and I to play. And by play together, I mean I actually play it, but we talk about the decisions we're going to make and what we're going to do because he was a big D&D player in his prime. So, yep, it's definitely a contender.
I would recommend. Okay, my thing is, I would recommend XCOM because it is a really good turn-based game. I was thinking
XCOM.
But the thing is, this is going to sound really silly. I think something that makes me really enjoy XCOM is the characters that I make in the game because I have like full like mental stories of these characters. Like I got physically upset when one of my characters in my original XCOM game got taken out. Like literally the last mission, it was no holds bar and his name was Ghost. Like that was his tag name. He was a Korean sniper and I'm just like, this guy, like I had him since day one. He was one of my first characters. He was my first sniper. He had a full black getup with like a skull mask, like essentially like a motorcycle helmet. He was like, he could take out someone from the other side of the map by the end of the game. He was like decimating people and then all of a sudden an alien landed where he was and just took him out from behind and I cried.
Permadeath.
And it was permadeath. And I was like, this is the worst case scenario. And I'm sitting here crying over this character. He had no words. He didn't say a single freaking word the entire time I played that game. But I was so emotionally invested. If you want a turn-based game that you want to like, that's a good introduction to turn-based, I think XCOM would be a good one for you if you're interested. But you can also
she's resisting. Look at her.
I know. I'm more inclined to play Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay, so you're okay. So
I need that compelling story.
Yeah, XCOM's too tactical, too chessboard kind of thing.
And here's the thing: like I know I could be good at that type of game.
Yeah.
Like there's a part of my brain that would figure that out, and I'd be great. I just don't want to.
I mean, it's valid.
Like I have to be like tactical and logical at work every day. And when it's time to like have fun, I just want to like smash people with a sword. Like or
clean up a crime scene,
or just like power wash the blood off the ground. It's fine.
No, that's completely valid. Also, like with XCOM, it can get incredibly irritating when you're doing like a survivor mission, which is you have to get people from the oh my goodness, trying to save like 15 people. It is they run into the aliens. I'm like, you got there's a massive alien coming towards you. Do not run that way. And then they're like, ooh! And I'm like, go that way. This is where the extraction's this way, and they're like running into an alleyway and then activating 3 aliens, and they all go like, what? And then I'm like, okay, now
what is even happening right now? Are we still on Expedition 30? Are we still on the what you playing?
Before we leave Expedition 33, Kevin Ainsworth writes in and says, I know at least Bowser and Sean have been making their way through Expedition 33. So, what do you think?
What do you think?
I think we answered that pretty well. But he also wants to know, when is the invasion and takeover of the role-playing game cave for a spoiler cast?
Oh man, I'd love to do that.
I think maybe that's like when Fee finishes it.
That might take a while. I'm not sure. Not that I want to keep you out of it. I just don't give me the. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys, calm down. I didn't get the sense that Fee was going to finish this anytime soon, and I don't want people to have to wait. That's all I'm trying to say. If you finish it, there's a chance you finish this before me. In which case, go for it. I just feel like
this is my mission. Monday morning at like 3 a.m. and I'm
worked.
supposed to do like work this weekend.
Fell for it.
Oh, man, I'm just gonna be
you
like,
got her.
Man,
WoW's out. Expedition 33 is in.
Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds like a challenge, chat.
I am stubborn, and it is like full transparency. I'm a very stubborn person, and if you put a challenge in front of me, man.
Sweet. Okay, so we got Fee, me, Bowser, probably Seth in there. Who else is going to be in there? That'd be great. Yeah. I haven't done a spoiler cast on a game in forever. And this is actually like one of my New Year's resolutions. I want to play games alongside other people and talk about like the same games. It's kind of crazy how, we pride ourselves on everybody liking all sorts of different games. And it's fun that everybody comes usually with like 3 games over here and 3, and there's not a whole lot of overlap. But like sometimes it's great to just kind of go like, this game's great, right? And the other person's like, I know, right? And you're like, I know, God. And you kind of just geek out together.
Exactly.
You guys have like 5 days to finish this one before we start Doom.
Do a spoiler cast on Doom too.
Yep.
Not Doom 2. That
Doom also.
Yeah, Doom
also. There's Dune is coming
Doom
out.
Also.
And Dune.
Doom also, the greatest sequel that ever lived. Doom also. Oh man, that's good.
Oh my goodness.
Can't wait for id Software to make.
Did anybody
Doom
play
also.
anything else? Sean, you play
That's
anything
it.
else?
No, I played WoW, but I think I talked a little bit about that. I have been like kind of combing through all these Game Pass games, and like I've been chatting with people kind of throughout the week, and I want to come to this show going like, I played this and I played this and I played this, but it's like I'm really all in on Expedition 33 right now, and I should just embrace it, because there are times throughout the year where it's like, I don't know what to play, and I gotta do like I kind of do that waffling, and it's annoying. So it's nice that whether I'm at my computer or my Xbox, and I have been going back and forth to both, that I'm unwavering in what I want to play, and it's always Expedition 33. So hopefully by this time next week I'll complete it, but I don't know if that's realistic, Bowser, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I'm hoping so.
Like 22 hours, I think, on my main save.
Is that it? Oh,
yeah.
wow.
It's not super long, so I guess it depends how much leveling up you do and how much exploring. That kind of stuff.
No, that tracks in terms of like where I think I am with Act 2 and how long, like that makes sense. Okay, yeah, like I want to say I'm 13, 14 hours into the game.
A super long game.
Okay, yeah, dang.
I think it's pretty good. I did play one other game, and mostly just because I wasn't feeling well this week, and I didn't want to try to like parry Expedition 33 when I wasn't feeling well. A game that dropped into Game Pass this week, a favorite of mine, called Dredge.
Oh,
if you haven't played Dredge, please just go play it.
Like this.
Okay, when you're done, or if you want like a little bit of different, like I said, like I wasn't in the right space to play Expedition 33. I think Tuesday I slept all day. I don't think I was awake for more than 2 hours at a time. So I have very little windows of gaming, and it was not like try and do a big battle in Expedition 33. So I played some Dredge. So I took my little boat out. I did some fishing. You got like the little like inventory management. You got like the fish are different shapes, and you got to fit it into your little grid and upgrade your motor and your fishing poles. So you can do different types of fishing, and man, that game is just so fun.
It's what a different game. What a completely different game you just described.
It's a little spooky. Like there's a little bit of spooky elements going on, but for the most part, it's just like chill. Like I'm just gonna go fish and come back and sell my fish and upgrade my boat.
I really want to play this game, Bowser.
Do it. It's on. You asked. When's it on Game Pass right now?
To finish Expedition 33 before this guy right down there. For context for listeners, Sean's on the bottom. Yes, you.
I don't know. I looked away because I was looking to install Dredge, so I don't know.
I wasn't going to be able to finish before Seth. I can't finish before other people, but I think I might have an opportunity to beat out Sean.
I can't wait till I wake up tomorrow morning and you're like, I finished and I recorded the spoiler cast.
Yep, that'll be great.
By myself. Yep. And I just talked to you guys.
That would be amazing. Like that would be, and I could see you doing it. That's the thing, is I could see you just like taking the initiative. You're like, well, I'll show you. And there
Yeah.
it is.
What's
It's out
that?
on the feeds.
You don't think I can complete this? Ha, Get
Mhm.
wrecked.
Yeah. It's just
Get
gonna be me
wrecked,
being like,
exactly.
Sean, how do you feel about this particular point? Okay,
Oh,
Sean,
that's
I
right.
agree.
He didn't finish the game. He's
Yeah.
not even here.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
it's just gonna
good.
okay, that might seem a little bit wild for me. Maybe
We
I
love a little
shouldn't.
spite around here. We all love a little.
I mean, yeah, that is true. You know
Yeah,
what?
good. Go get it.
There we go. I have a half bottle of wine in my fridge right now.
All
Wine
right.
and Expedition 33. I also have cheese and crackers. I'm just gonna have a full
Oh,
like
wine and
charcuterie
cheese.
board.
Nice.
Yeah, wine and cheese.
Well,
Mhm.
you had
There
a
we
little
go.
weeping into that. Just have a little light buzz and weep Friday kind of night.
It's okay. I got a Costco size amount of Kleenexes right here. We're good to
Oh,
go.
man.
Wow.
Wow. We're good.
Cool. Good games. Gaming's
games.
great this year. You know?
Oh,
Sure
man.
is.
What a good year for us to launch a podcast about the games of our year. We talked about the best games we played so far this year. Oh my goodness, we're so smart. Look at us.
Look at
Agreed.
us. So
Look at
forward
us.
thinking.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, speaking
Mitch,
of
what are you
things,
playing? Apex? Cool. Go ahead, Bowser.
cool.
What's
All
next?
right. Speaking of things on Game Pass, we had a new announcement. The Wave 1 of May is out. Dredge is not on this because they announced it in April, even though it came out the first week of May. Whatever. Neither here nor there.
Two standouts for me on this one, Bowser.
Yeah, what do you got?
We got firefighting simulation,
Oh, yeah.
or simulator the squad,
Yeah.
and police simulator, and I can't tell what does that say?
Patrol officers.
Patrol officers. Oh man.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Those are the two standouts, of course. Also Doom, also. But
Yeah.
Of course.
primarily firefighting simulator and police.
We got that
Man.
TMNT game that was like reviewed terribly.
Oh, was it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one
that's
didn't
too
do
bad.
so. Yeah, it's
Like
not
the
great.
Michael Bay movie.
I'm interested to see what Revenge of the Savage Planet is like. I played a little Journey to the Savage Planet, and I don't know. I was like, I didn't feel
Yeah.
compelled to finish it, but I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
the
it's for
sequel's
somebody out
better,
there.
you know?
I'm
I'm down to try things,
It's still
especially on
firefighting
Game Pass,
simulator.
right? But we're gonna play Firefighting Simulator. You know that.
Yeah, because you can squad up. Like it's called the squad. That might be obvious,
know.
but like you have it's multiplayer. You go with all your buddies and you just kind of
man.
get in the fire truck. Oh yeah.
Who
I'll
needs
be the
to play?
captain. It's fine.
Who needs
That'd
to
be
be
great.
playing Lockdown Protocol? We could be playing Firefighting Simulator.
I'm telling you,
Yep.
if you guys want to get me in on this little thing you got going on that I typically don't like those games, like I think I could be in for
Yeah,
saving
let's do it.
some dogs,
Yeah.
especially.
Oh, yeah.
Might forget.
Who
a
cares
cat or
about the
two up in those
babies?
buildings.
We're just gonna save the dogs.
Oh,
Jeez.
not the babies. Jeez.
Woo!
Oh, damn.
And while we're at it, we're gonna slay a bunch of demons. We're gonna play Doom: The Dark Ages.
This is crazy. I
Holy
refuse to get complacent about this. This is a brand new AAA, like as big a game as it gets. Like it is going to rank on how many people's most anticipated game of the year into Game Pass. I refuse to be complacent about it. This is a big deal. Let's
Day
celebrate it. I cannot wait to play this. Bowser, have you already ordered the Ultimate Edition? You're already
No,
playing this.
I will not.
Oh, okay. You would never.
This is not a South of Midnight. It'll wait till day 3 on Game Pass.
I just want to say the cover art for that game is beautiful.
For
Mostly
Doom?
because here's the thing. Right in the forefront out of everything is the chainsaw shield, which is something that needs to be highlighted because that is a work of art. The chainsaw shield, I'm going to be running around maniacally laughing on stream, evil laughing while I'm chainsawing, like shielding creatures down because that's exactly how you should be playing this game. I'm so excited. I'm gonna get
It's
so
so
sick, guys. So sick. It's gonna be
video
so
it.
great.
We wanna see.
I'm gonna stream it. I'm gonna have to stream it now. Just me.
No, that's disgusting.
Please don't.
Man, no. Man, nope. No.
So this time next week, Doom. We're talking about Doom. We're gonna leave we're gonna forget all about Expedition 33. It had its moment, and we'll move on to the next thing.
Yep.
Which is Doom. It kind of is.
I've already moved on.
Yeah, there you are. You're ready for it. You don't have a
okay,
backlog.
Bowser. Okay.
I know, right? I know.
Okay. Okay.
You're
You
almost done,
too
Fee.
can be this way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying.
I want to work part-time.
Man.
How do we do
Outside of
that?
WhatsApp.
We need to work full-time.
Man. Agreed.
Yeah, 3 days a week. And then I'll play
Man.
video games the rest of the time.
Oh my gosh, don't tempt me with a good time. That's
Seriously.
exactly what I need. Exactly.
Or just get me right into the retirement home and let's just get on with it. We can have our LAN parties and all that kind of stuff.
Doom. LAN party for Doom.
Yeah. We need to start investing in that. We need to make that, like, people are just kind of talking about this. Like, we need to build it, I think.
Yeah.
We need to make this happen.
The carpool nursing home.
Yeah, and then people will retire at 45. You know, they're going to be like nuts to this. I'm moving into this home.
I'm not going to a nursing home or assisted living place. I am going to live on a cruise ship. So please join me.
Yeah.
And then it'll have to be LAN because the internet sucks. So it's all LAN parties.
LAN parties, exactly. It doesn't matter. You don't
they come like turn down your room twice a day and feed you. Like all this stuff.
Never been.
Brilliant. Cruising rules. Yeah, it's good stuff. I'm with you. Nice.
Good to know.
All right.
Let's bring some more people into the carpool. We've been sitting on this question for a while. And I apologize for you. But I told you we'd get there eventually. So Fulia wrote in a couple weeks ago and said, "Alrighty, friends, it's time to get those thinking caps on. What is the next video game adaptation that's coming out of Xbox land that you think might be able to rival or be on par with The Last of Us?"
Expedition 33.
It's happening. They are making.
I know.
They are
that's
making
what I'm saying.
So yeah, that would work.
Does that count as an Xbox game?
Not really. I mean, kind of. I mean, what's an Xbox? I don't even know how to answer that.
Yeah. Well,
you know, I guess that kind of counts. Man, I know like they made a TV show out of this, and that there's been stuff like all over the place, but I'm going to show a little love to Halo 4. I love Halo 4. And I feel like that would make for like a really great movie. And it sucks that like golly, how did they screw up Halo in TV, movie, and anything outside of video games? I don't understand it. It's crazy to me. But I would really like to see that. That would be
bad, Sean.
I know. They overthink it. And that's me saying it. But like, I think, they reboot all sorts of stuff. They're doing Fantastic Four over again. They can do Halo over again.
Yeah, just start over. You gotta wait 5 years or so to try it again.
100%. Like, think of all the things that they're like, maybe, like, how many Hulk movies did we get before they just quit on that?
True.
Yeah. Man. I think South of Midnight would be a fantastic movie or short series.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah,
there's hard to compare.
Did you guys know there's a Cuphead show like on Netflix?
I did not. No,
it's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Not that that's like exclusive anymore.
Maybe Ori. Could you make a Ori thing?
Oh man, Ori would be really interesting, and like it makes me think of, for whatever reason, like the first thing that popped in my head was like the first half an hour of WALL-E. Was it?
I was just thinking of WALL-E, like where there's no words.
No words.
Like, it can be done. So.
Yeah, that'd be really interesting. I'd like that a lot, actually. I love Ori. Like, that's really great. Anything recent, Fee?
I'm trying to think.
We got Fallout already.
They own Warcraft.
We got Fallout already, too. And that show is, like, pretty good.
Oh, that's so great.
That's true. And season 2 is coming out. They just finished recording it.
Yeah.
Which I'm very, very excited about. That's the thing. Like, the thing that I would have said would have probably like stood the chance was Fallout, but Fallout already exists. So
they're doing it well.
They're doing it freaking well, guys.
Yeah.
I guess they also own like Oblivion. They could do something with that. Why not? I don't know. It's hard to like kind of put a comparison with The Last of Us with another like series, because it has so many like story. It's such a unique story because there's so many like overarching. It's like, yes, there is that action aspect, but there's a lot of like humility and those like different like kind of like niche storylines and things like that. So it's difficult to find something within Xbox. And I'm not saying that is a mean thing, because I think what Xbox has done really well recently is really embraced indie games. But the problem is I wouldn't be considered like an Xbox. And please do not bring out another Halo. I'm sorry. You had fumbled the ball on. You shouldn't have given it to CBS. I don't know why you did that. You decided you chose the wrong horse is the best way to put it. I don't know. Maybe like maybe a Wolfenstein, like maybe something there,
Yeah.
because like there's just brutality, but also the story within. Like I personally haven't played Wolfenstein, but I've heard nothing but good things, and I think this might be a good option out of them
Wolfenstein would
because
be great. That's a great answer. Yeah.
I would say Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes.
It's
Thank
funny
you.
because like when we think about what is Xbox, like that has changed so much. It's almost like
Yeah.
Disney now, like also includes
Yeah.
Star Wars and Marvel and everything else. So it's
And
a
Fox.
similar. I guess so. Yeah, like Simpsons is in there now too, which is
Mhm.
crazy. But like Diablo, I feel like would make for a great movie. You can make that
Yeah.
just. It already is very cinematic in nature, which is strange because it's top down, kind of clickety. But then yeah, like it cuts to a scene and it's like cinematic and ooh, like good
Yeah.
stuff there from Blizzard for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Very
mean,
good.
StarCraft. Love
Yeah.
me some StarCraft too. Yeah.
Yep.
StarCraft also, I should say. StarCraft also.
Also,
Yeah.
Maybe actually go with the story that you were going to originally use for
For
the
Ghost.
full game of Overwatch. Overwatch originally had a number of different characters, and they had an idea for a full like solo game, like a single player game, and then they
yeah.
kibosh that to hell and ham.
Mhm.
So
I
why
think
not take
Blizzard
those stories?
Blizzard is it for, like it's right for the picking in terms like that's what people connect with those games so much. Like there's so much
Yeah.
story, there's so much lore, characters, and all these things. Like that's perfect for translating to a movie. That'd be great.
Even like I know we don't have really too many character like obviously storylines, but the conversations that characters have when you put them into the same lobby, some of them are really like depressing. Like even the Moira and
Oh.
Mercy, like they used to be friends and now they can't even like stand each other because Moira turned to the dark side. And so it's just like there's so many
Bitch.
different things. I'm like, man, this would really good opportunity. Like this would be so cool to be able to like get those like backgrounds and like learn more about
100%.
Winston or
Winston,
like
yes.
Bastion. Like he has the whole like bird
Bastion.
arc. Okay, don't hate on Bastion.
Bastion can sit in the corner and turn into a turret or whatever he does.
Yeah, but he has
He's
like
fine.
a whole story about a bird. The bird like brought him back his humanity because he almost went into a city and blew up a bunch of people. And then
that's
he
why
like
Blizzard, man. Go back to Blizzard. Like this is you're right. Like I'm not gonna sit here and bash. I'm just making jokes around here.
I
Like,
know.
that's great. Like, yeah, they really went the extra mile with that one.
Mm-hmm.
They like it was just a multiplayer shooter, and they're like, oh, there's story and background and everything that people actually care about, and it mattered, man. Like that really hooked people in. So yeah. Good question for you. And I think we just discovered that it turns out Blizzard is maybe the answer to this.
Anything Blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't see in the chat also says that Secret Level should be the testing ground for what games would make good movies and shows. And yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen any of that yet.
I've watched a couple episodes of Secret Level and
oh, really?
Because some of the things, like one was Concord, so rest
bummer.
in pieces, Concord. But some of the other, like, it is a place to like explore that. Does this story have more to it? Right?
100%. Yeah.
So yeah, that could really be like your pilot episode for whatever story.
Nice.
So, good shout to that. All right, next up we have Quaggy, who says, "It is I, the Quaggy, king of the Xenobabes. How far?" Sorry, this is a family podcast. How incredible does GTA 6 look? I have resisted any temptation to get a next-gen console until this point. I think I got to do it. I can't miss out on this next year. This game is going to be huge. Thoughts? Now, I wish that Mitch were here to answer you, but yeah, if they're going to keep with this not releasing it on PC for like a year, maybe you should get something. Maybe you should. Or maybe like everything's an Xbox, so maybe you could go with that approach. It's wild to me that Rockstar's going to put this game out and it not be on PC.
Yeah.
Like this is it's going to be 2026 when it comes out. Like what is happening? What is going on here?
This
like,
is
what
a
are you
bad
doing?
choice. This is a real bad choice. Like it is 2026.
Yeah.
You delayed the game. And you're probably going to delay it again, let's be real. So I think at this point, you may as well just put it on PC right out the gate. I don't understand the idea of not releasing it and then being like, oh, it's like by that point, it's going to be like, it's 2029. You want to play GTA 6 on PC? And it's just like, no, it's been almost a decade. Like, this is ridiculous. I watched the trailer. I think the trailer looks phenomenal. Graphically, it looks insane. It does not look like a video game. It looks like real people. It looks like it's very like it's insane how much attention to detail they have. But am I going to go buy a 600 plus console to play this game? The answer is no. I'm not motivated enough to buy it. Like I'd rather play it on I would buy it on PC. I know I kind of sound like a little bit of a negative Nancy, but it's just it doesn't make any sense because we all know that's the plan. It's going to come to PC. Why not just take out the middleman and actually release it all at once?
Yeah.
It's just it's
silly. It seems bizarre in like I understand in the world we live in where there are like console exclusives. Like, oh, we're gonna just do PlayStation for 6 months or a year or whatever, or
Sure.
just do Xbox or whatever. But like, why just on consoles and all of them, like both PlayStation and Xbox, but not PC? Like, that seems strange. Like, why are we doing this?
Also, Rockstar, there's indie games that come out on PC and console at the same time. Little indie games. One person studios releasing it on everything. I don't know. I when I heard that it was just because at first I thought it was a joke. I'm like, okay, in the past they've done it that way, but 2026, I feel like it should come out on everything. And then all of a sudden they're like, nope, it's not coming to PC. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense at all, especially with what we're seeing right now. They've increased the price of an Xbox. Who knows how expensive consoles are going to be in a year? Things are raising in price significantly. Like, why not take that opportunity? You know, people are buying graphics cards and all these like updates on their PCs, and then all of a sudden saying like, yeah, actually we're still not just going to release a day one. I don't know, it makes it like, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit demotivating to actually try to play this game. I mean, I personally have never played a GTA story before. I've only ever played online because that's how I enjoy GTA. I enjoy playing it with friends. I enjoy causing chaos with friends. I like getting really expensive cars and driving them off of cliffs with friends because of just sheer chaos. But it's I don't know. I got really like kind of bummed when I heard that it wasn't coming to PC. I'm not just saying that as someone who does not own a console right now, but I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't logistically make any sense at the moment. How do you feel about this one?
I think it's worthwhile though. We talk about $600 consoles. Like the Series S is going to be a hero. If people want to like get into next gen gaming, it sounds like such a marketing beat, but like the Series S is pretty good, man. I think a lot of people are really enjoying it. If you haven't jumped in and as you're watching all these prices just climb, I mean, the Series S is a pretty decent option for a lot of people, I would say.
No, I agree. Like I understand the reason why they're raising the price for the console. It's just the idea of buying it for just one game. Mind you, at this point, there are so many games that I would want to play on Xbox that it's just a natural progression for me. But it was the same way I felt about when Final Fantasy, I think it was 16, came out a few years ago. And then I was like, I'm not buying a PlayStation 5 just to play this game. That's insane. That's a wild excuse to buy Sauron, like the freaking the huge
I have Sauron. I see. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, it looks like that.
What'll be interesting is if this game gets added to the Xbox stream your own games. Because then you could buy it on Xbox, and if you're a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, play it via the cloud. That would be a very interesting case for some PC players.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, how would you even pay attention?
I'm trying to think, like, I guess you could still just go onto Xbox.com and buy it.
Yeah, you can just buy it on the website or the mobile app now. You can buy games.
You're a genius.
If you own
That's actually really good.
Like, if it gets added to that, stream your own games. That could be a way for PC players to jump in without spending the money on an Xbox. Now you have to have active Game Pass Ultimate subscription to do that, but that's still cheaper than buying a console.
That's a good hook, though. Like, it would get a lot of people going, like, I mean, if that's the way that I can play this and I don't have an Xbox, maybe there's something to that. I don't know.
So I'd be very interested to see what happens.
For most games, people would, they'd be like, no thanks. But like Grand Theft Auto, people are going to bend over backwards. They're going to do some crazy stuff to play it if they don't already have one of those things. But the thing, like, PS5 is so prolific. Like, this is, I would say, like, no offense to Fee and Quaggy, like, you are like, more often than not, if you're into gaming, like, you're going to have one of these next gen consoles, right? So like the cloud-based solution is going to apply to those people, which is great. But I don't know, it's like a mass kind of marketing kind of thing.
Yep.
But I mean, it could be there. I'd love to see where Xbox goes with that. Like, that's, I mean, maybe, I don't know if it just makes me remember the good old days of Xbox when they're doing, you know, Xbox Live and all those crazy new things they used to do that really pushed gaming to where we have it now. And it wasn't better graphics and more horsepower or anything. It was like accessibility and all that kind of stuff. I think backwards compatibility touches on this as well. So like, I would really like to see Xbox continue to find that new frontier, and it's tough for them because they've been burned on that. Well, I would say with like the Xbox One, sometimes they get a little too close to the sun.
Sometimes you get ahead of yourself, right? People aren't ready for it.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see, like, how could they advertise that a game, Grand Theft Auto in this case, is going to be play anywhere.
Right.
But you don't get play anywhere right now because it's only on console.
Yeah.
To say that, like, if you buy it on Xbox, you could stream your own game through Game Pass Ultimate, you know, do the cloud thing. And when it releases on PC, you will have access to the PC version through the Xbox app on your PC.
It's so
confusing, but like,
I know, but people get it.
Is that like, would that be easy? Would that be a pill people could swallow if they want to play it on PC, but they also want to play it like right now?
Yeah.
Like, you will have the PC version when it hits, but for now you can stream the cloud version.
I mean, that's probably a great compromise, at least for the time being, but I just think it's a misplay on Rockstar's part and just in general. Because I know
Grand Theft Auto.
Yes,
that was the topic.
Woo! Grand Theft Auto. Yes, I think it's a missed opportunity because they make numbers on PC. So I think they should reevaluate, but obviously, I'm just
not going to happen.
I mean, Sean,
I'm sorry. Well, at least I'm not talking about what I think of the game, so we'll just leave it at that.
That's true, because I get to talk about how I feel about one of the games you guys are going to be talking about in just a little bit here, so I am excited.
Which one? What are you talking about?
Excuse me, but...
Oh, Gears. Gears is great. Everybody's excited about Gears.
Fee is apparently not at all excited.
It's third person. You can play it. It's great. Have you played Gears?
I've played it once. And I took that like Hammer of Dawn and I destroyed myself with it, so no one else could take me out, and that was it. Because we played multiplayer.
That is dark.
Damn.
Yep, because we were I don't remember what was happening. It was a bunch of like essentially shipping containers, and we were playing hide and seek, and then all of a sudden I was getting closed in on, and I'm like, this is it. So then I pointed it upwards, and then fun fact, if you shoot it upwards, you can take yourself out. So that's what I did, and that's how I ended the game, and that's how someone got really mad at me. So yeah, that's
I just want to take a moment and say to the entire Gears fandom, you're welcome.
Oh yeah, thank you.
This new version exists because I recently played Gears Ultimate Edition.
Same.
Yep. Sean's with me, Mitch, Lockblith, we're all together that we played this game, and you're welcome. I have a pretty good track record. Like, when the PS5 and the Xbox Series consoles released, I went back and played some older games, and like, as soon as I would finish one, they would like release a patch that upgraded it in some way.
Yeah.
So I have like a track record of doing this, and then the game gets better as soon as I'm done with it. So you're welcome.
It's pretty great,
I'll
man.
probably
like,
play it again, you know?
I probably will too. Definitely. I love this game, and actually, like, having recently replayed it and realizing how quickly you can sort of just like romp right through it, like especially playing co-op, like it's totally worthwhile. It's not going to take you 40 years or anything crazy like that. It'll be like maybe an evening. You might be able to just like kind of crush through it over an evening or a weekend, kind of that kind of thing, which is great. I can't wait to have new people play it maybe for the very first time, which is also great. And then also maybe Gears 2 is just around the corner. Like, let's get this thing. Yeah. Let's get this thing started. Let's Xbox do it, not like Nintendo's doing with Metroid, where they remake one and then like skip all the rest, and then the new one is coming out. Like, no thanks. I know E-Day is coming, so like we're on a bit of a timeline here, Xbox. Please give us the rest.
Yeah. I know I have a history of being the like old game is old type of person.
Yeah.
I will say that like Gears 2 is really not that bad.
Yeah.
To go solid. Back to. Like it's pretty good. Like it's not going to be Unreal 5 graphics level, but it's pretty decent. So
yeah,
but I mean, we still could use a refresh. Let's do a refresh of 2 and 3,
and Judgment. Throw Judgment in there too, just to silence the haters. You know, who cares? Have you played Judgment?
No, I started at Gears 4. So I've done 4, 5, 1, and I'm like partway through 2.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, Gears Judgment was one of those. It came out at a time, you know, obviously after 3, before 4, where like Gears hype, like Gears Mania, if you will, was still kind of crazy. And then they throw Judgment in there, which is not Gears 1, 2, or 3. It's a little bit different. And so, you know, people didn't really jive with it. And I think like some time between then and now, I think maybe could do some favors that game. But maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe it's garbage. I can't remember. I seem to remember having fun with it. So, but that was a long time ago. Shout out to Judgment. So there you go.
Yeah.
And also free upgrade if you own Ultimate Edition. Right. Like, this is how you do it. Exactly. Like, there's so many things like this in Xbox land, and people are like, no, I will pay more and I'll get the thing that looks like the Eye of Sauron and all this console war garbage, like whatever. But it's like they don't get nearly enough credit for all this stuff. The free masters that exist, like 360 games look incredible on a Series X and all. I could go on, Bowser, but like, you know what I'm talking about here.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting too, because a game development studio, like, you want to learn the new technology, like you want to learn Unreal 5. What better way to do that than to say, hey, let's just make this old game in this engine, and like, how would we do that, and what things do we need to build, what libraries do we need to add to what exists to make our thing a reality. So you go through this learning process. You could just sell that thing, or you could like dangle that as a carrot for all of your Game Pass subscribers or people that have been, you know, in your ecosystem for a while. Like, here's a free upgrade, and guess what? Gears E-Day is coming soon, so please be excited. Like, they are actually doing something nice here.
I'm excited to get my hands on this one because the Ultimate Edition is in recent memory. Was not running at 60 frames, which was a real bummer, honestly. Playing it, you know, we've become accustomed to 60 frames these days. And there are examples of spectacular remasters that we've been getting. I would say Oblivion is kind of like in this space. It looks way better. I'm also thinking of like really the Master Chief Collection, where you have the anniversary editions of Halo 1 and Halo 2, which is just like, I feel top of the line as far as redoing, really like remaking the cinematic scenes of it. Just unbelievable. Everybody knows this is not new, but I kind of talk about it just because like I wish that was the bar that others kind of were able to or trying to strive towards, because it's not. It's just it isn't. Maybe the closest thing maybe is like Resident Evil as far as like the remakes go, and it's completely different through and through. But man, those Halo anniversary editions were so good. Everything, that's my bar. If it's not that, then it's 4 out of 10. That's it. I'm starting the movement.
Got it.
Okay, I probably won't.
Excellent. All right, our last community question comes from Tim Paullin, who says, is this the prettiest controller in the land, or what's your favorite controller or console theme? And Tim Paullin shared a picture of the Doom Dark Ages controller.
It's so good.
And it is so good. Like, he was specifically referring to this green one here, which I think is the better of the two. I haven't
seen the red one. Oh, the red one looks cool too. See, you like green though. You're big on green.
I am green.
Yeah,
it's my favorite color.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good collection. So it brings top of mind the Death Stranding 2 controller for PlayStation 5. I'm not into it at all. Like, I am super pumped about that game. I've played Death Stranding 4 times through, and that is not a short game. And that controller is not doing anything for me.
Damn. I want to get this. Can you scroll here? Like, is that another wrap that they've made? A Doom
Yes,
Dark
there's a
Ages
wrap.
themed
Yep.
wrap? Oh, that might be it for me.
Sean, have
I
you
have
not seen this?
No. I've been playing Expedition 33.
This was before Sean came back.
Oh, yeah, we talked
Oh,
about
I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I've been buried alive.
Yes,
this
the
whole
green
time.
controller is the standard Xbox Series, and the red one is the Elite Series 2.
I got fee with that one. Yeah, I think that. How much is that wrap? That is great. That is so demonic, man. That's awesome.
55
That's
USD. Yep.
That's not
That's
bad.
like $4,000, man. Holy,
that is
that'll be
true.
good. That'll be my Father's Day present. Maybe.
Ooh,
Maybe I'll ask my
good.
kids to get me this hell themed decal or
And
decal.
it does have a like cover. So if you have the all digital Series X, you could like cover the disc
that's
slot.
smart. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's what I like.
Yeah.
That's dual. That's how I can, show my fandom. I don't need more controllers. I don't think, even though those are incredible, those are great. But damn. Oh, Tony Baker in the chat says the wrap looks even better in person.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm down. Golly, that's awesome.
Is
might
it
need some
textured,
pictures.
Tony?
We need pictures in the Discord, Tony.
Yes. Man.
Nice. Yeah, I could do that.
I like it.
Yeah,
Can I get a wrap for my
opposed to having that.
computer case, like my tower? Can I get it for my PC? Just an enormous thing.
Yeah,
Block out
that
all my
controller
RGB
is
fans.
pretty
Look
fire.
at the buttons. Oh, it's not like it's
Yeah.
like, what is there's like these demon symbols on it instead of ABXY. That's awesome.
Yep.
And
it's like the red stick aligns with the red thing on the Doomslayer's guy.
Oh, that's
His
crazy.
chest right there. Yep.
I mean, it could pass as a Ninja Turtles controller as well.
It could.
A little bit.
yeah.
I don't know if they like do blood spatter so much in the Ninja Turtles.
Like
but...
Last Ronin, kind of maybe.
Okay, maybe. All right, yeah.
That would work. Yeah.
Man, I do kind of like the red one a little bit more.
I think I'm down for the red one too. I feel like it's just.
Sorry, you can't get it. It's sold out.
Is it really? Okay, wait. Is it the same? Are they both like the same type of controller? What is it?
No.
One is it?
No, the red is the Elite.
Oh man.
The green is the regular.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I heard a rumor that they're working on more controllers, so I'm gonna have to wait because I had an Elite and it kind of broke down. So I would feel silly for buying another one.
I just love my Starfield one. It's just so pretty.
Good. Yeah,
it's so pretty. It's got
that's
shiny.
the one, guys. You can't deny it. Like Xbox does this better than anybody. The controllers they do better than anybody. At least we've got a couple of skins here. Obviously, we'd like more. We like those limited edition consoles that they give away. We'd obviously want to buy all those. But between
I don't actually want to buy the console. I want to buy the wraps.
The wraps. I mean, this is a good option. This is great.
Yep.
But people would buy the consoles.
Would.
They absolutely would.
Yeah.
This is a good option, of course. Yes.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of my PS5 controllers, the Astrobot controller, and I have the Concord controller. Rest in pieces.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
And the Hogwarts Legacy one. That's pretty rad.
Ooh.
Nice.
I don't think I've seen the Hogwarts Legacy one.
That's pretty good. But
man,
my Xbox one is the 20th anniversary one.
Whoa.
It's kind of see-through. And Uncle Phil signed inside the battery case, so.
Yeah, that one's back there somewhere. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, this Doom one is tempting.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty rad.
I think
Shout out to Doom also.
Yeah. Doom.
Less than a week away. We're going to be playing it.
Mm-hmm.
If
every morning I'm going to count
33.
down to Fee. I'm going to send Fee a message. Yeah, 4 days left to finish Expedition
Better hurry.
33.
Don't sleep because
where are you at?
Doom's coming.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be this week? I'm so busy.
I mean, it doesn't have to be me to message you. We got a whole Discord too. So.
Oh yes, please, everyone in the Discord, message me every morning. Tag me in the.
Just some light cyberbullying.
Yes.
That's all.
Yeah, why not? I love messages from all of you.
Only the slightest.
Just tag me in the Discord every morning as a reminder, guys.
All good.
Exactly.
What's going on in the Discord right now? We got people hanging out playing some fork knife, and
We got some fork knifing happen, I
Fork
think.
knife.
Oh, I love seeing that, man. That is the best.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm so happy. Star Wars.
A quick NHL playoffs update as we start to round out the show here. Of course, the NHL playoffs are happening, and CPG hosts and community members have been assigned to teams. The team that wins the Stanley Cup decides what I will play next and review it. Fee, you have been assigned the Winnipeg Jets, who won the first round, which was a great series, by the way. You played against the St. Louis Blues, represented by Jonathan Brown, or Yabe. And it came down to, I think, double overtime in Game 7, which is crazy. If you know, like, the world, that's about as exciting as it gets. You are playing tonight against Seth. Seth is representing the Dallas Stars. You have chosen Baldur's Gate 3. Seth has chosen Star of Providence. And so this is for all the marbles. Seth is leading the series right now 1-0, but you're playing right now and you're up 2-0.
There you go.
Seth's Stars. So pretty tight series there. And also happening tonight is the Toronto Maple Leafs, represented by Nagachaka, going up against the Florida Panthers, represented by Rybo. It is 4-4 at the end of regular time, going into overtime now.
Let's go, Rybo.
Next goal wins for that. It's very exciting. Maple Leafs are leading the series 2-0. They could take a stranglehold. If they score the next goal, they'll be leading 3-0. And I don't know what Nagachaka has in store for me. So we will find out. There you go. That's the NHL update from me tonight.
I'm very, very conflicted. Because I want Folia to go forward, because I can't even imagine what she will pick as your game. But then it's also the Capitals, so
no, I'm good. I'm good with them winning. I don't want the Florida Panthers have beaten the Oilers last year for the Stanley Cup, so I want them to lose. No offense, Rybo, but it means I even have to cheer for the damn Toronto Maple Leafs. And the last time the Oilers were up for the Stanley Cup, they were playing the Carolina Hurricanes, and they lost in Game 7 then. So boo Carolina and boo Florida. Go everybody else. Go Fee.
All right.
Go.
We know where Sean stands.
So there you go.
Go Jets.
This is fun. Go Jets.
Go Jets.
Jets. Jets.
Man, I'm gonna
different sport.
I'm gonna buy a freaking jersey. I'm gonna buy a Jets jersey.
Do it.
I was gonna say BG3 #1, and then that's all. It's
nice. Oh, that's really good.
Yep, it has to happen. That was mentioned last night.
If you win, you got to do it.
Got to do it. It'd be great.
Cool. All right.
Man,
is that the show? Did we do
it.
The thumbnail enough?
We did talk about the thumbnail enough. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. All right, everybody. That brings us to the end of this here episode of the Xbox Drive 386. Only 14 more to 400, which is insane. Before we thank everybody who supports us at patreon.com/carpoolgaming, Bowser, why don't you go ahead and tell the people where they can find you on the internet?
You can find me on Xbox and on Blue Sky at Bowser13, and come hang out in the Discord, where I'm just Bowser, just hanging out, playing games, sharing screenshots.
Nice. Good. Fee, tell the people.
You can find me online everywhere at Zeranix, whether it's on Xbox, Steam, wherever you want to talk to me, Blue Sky, like Twitter, all over the place.
What was Google social media platform called? Google Plus?
I don't even know.
Google One, something like that.
There we go. Also, probably Zeranix there too. I'm Zeranix everywhere. Yeah, you know what? Had a MySpace. Don't use it anymore though. It's been too long since I've used that. You can find me over on the Carpool Gaming website, where you can find all of our cool merch, because there's a lot of merch I made over the past few months, guys. Go in, buy some merch, enjoy the merch. I want to see photos. I want to see a lot of SFW photos. That is safe for work, everybody. Keep it classy.
Yes, do that.
Please. And also,
our next merch is going to be like flip-flops, man. You're going to be asking for pictures of that.
Feet pics. CPG only feet.
She didn't like that. Okay, well.
Oh, goodness. You can find me over in the Discord. Also, guys, if you're not prepared, there is a little thing called Eurovision, and we are going to be doing a watch party, not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday in the Discord. So please come and hang out with us. There's going to be Donnie's going to be joining us, which is crazy. We're going to have all sorts of cool people joining us and in the watch party, and we're going to enjoy all the craziness, which is Eurovision. If you don't know what Eurovision is and you want to get introduced to it, you can either watch like 50 plus years of Eurovision, or you can go watch the Will Ferrell, Rachel McAdams movie on Netflix called Eurovision, which is phenomenal. They made the whole movie called Eurovision. It's based on the actual music, like Eurovision music contest, and they represent like Iceland in theirs, which is phenomenal. Go and watch it. It's really funny. But yeah, 10 out of 10. So getting pumped up for that. Go listen to the music and come hang out with us next Sunday.
Very cool. Yeah, really looking forward to it. A lot of kind of emerging excitement from what I'm seeing. People are like, oh, maybe I'll go check that out. So I love that. Very cool. Go find Mitch on Twitch at Mitch Power 1116. Well, you like that one, Fee? That was spit out your drink over there. You all right over there? Is that okay?
I'm okay. Yeah, I I'm so appreciative that you're just shouting Mitch out today of all days.
Because we can't find him here. You might as well go over to Twitch. Twitch.tv/Mitch Power 1116. Where he will
be streaming all weekend.
Exactly.
Probably.
We love Mitch. We miss Mitch. We hope that he does indeed rest in peace until tomorrow when he's nice and rested and gets right back at it, buddy. As for me, you can find me on Blue Sky, CPG Sean, and all over the Discord. I'm usually streaming at twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live. And I think that's it. I think that's where you can, and also on pants. I put on my pants this week on patreon.com/carpoolgaming, which is great. Very exciting. The rest of the year, man, we got lots of stuff coming up for you guys. We got Summer Game Fest coming up. We got the Switch 2 launch extravaganza. So stick around. It's going to be crazy over here. Click the links in the show notes to join the Discord. It's all good. Now, if you guys are okay with it, I would like to say thank you. So I will say thank you to every single person who goes to the URL, patreon.com/carpoolgaming, and they click the thing and they say, I'd like to support those people over there. So thank you to everybody who does that, especially our ultimate producers like Jonathan Brown, who does the show, who does the music for this show, and the PlayStation Drive. Of course, go to linktree/pme.jib. Thank you to Lee Navarro, the fearless leader of the Phoenix Overdrive Extra Life team. Go right now, phoenixoverdrive.com. Find all the information you need to know about Extra Life. We've been with them since the beginning and can't wait for this year. Rebecca Ruben-Navarro, thank you so much. Smokin' Joe, and of course, TechMike, my 5K bro, who says, whether you're Kevesi or Agnian, you are a Xenobabe at heart. Thank you to our platinum producers. Can I say Aniel? Or is it Angel? Are we saying Angel? I don't know. Is that okay?
It's not a J.
I'm being legitimate. I don't know. Okay. Angel, Patton, thank you so much. Peje EP, thank you so much. The Captain and Tim Paullin. And all of our gold members, Adam K, Anna, Awesome Dave, 1337, Brad Moore, Brian Reese, Cecily Carrozza, Dan and Luma, Dannohh, Emily O'Kelly, Jan 32, Laura, Ligerwoods 330, Mr. Giggles, OldMrFrump, Patrice Mallette, Stephen Keller, and Tony Baker from Quest for Pixels. Thank you all so much for your incredible support. We got so much content coming from CPG to your TV. We'll try it on for a second there. Sorry, Bowser. This is the end of the episode 386 of the Xbox Drive. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Leave comments down below, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye.
Bye. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of the Xbox Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget that we've got some awesome Xbox Drive merch on carpoolgaming.com, and you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming for exclusive content. Links to everything are in the description. We'll see you next week.